Oh,
Let's
God.
do this.
All right.
I'm going to need to hear this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he knows. Yeah, Vierl knows. I told him.
Oh shit! Is it the? Oh.
No.
Nice.
Have you ever heard of a old TV show called Tales from the Crypt?
Yeah. Tales from the Crypt. That was my shit.
I sadly have to say no.
No. Well, have you ever heard? You remember the Crypt Keeper, Alex?
Yeah. Oh, I'm very excited now.
Hello, boys and ghouls.
Yeah.
Last time on Out of the Past,
Oh my god.
Vierl's little thieving expedition went without a hitch. Well, with several hitches, but that's beside the point. He managed to get a wedding dress and a ring for Vasilka. And speaking of Vasilka, I know. Speaking of Vasilka, he managed to marry her. All the fanfiction writers immediately had to stop writing because the Vasilka pairing became official.
Oh god.
During the celebration, your old Afridi friend Nesto Alberi showed up to crash it. The fight was tough, but Alex and Silvanna managed to beat him. While on the ground, Vierl and Vasilka put the power of their love to good use and destroyed the elementals. Nesto, however, got away, and 1 week later, when you were discussing what he might do,
Yep.
hang on.
Oh no, hang on. My memory just lost me. Yeah. No.
My script.
My brain rotted away. Don't blame me.
God.
You realized that, Solomon, Vierl's butler, realized that Nestor made decided to get outside help for revenge, which was right when the Benderhobs attacked. They kidnapped Robyn, who was blissfully oblivious, and they took her to the Shadowfell. Vierl gated her back and was captured by an allocate spell and dragged to the Shadowfell. You captured a Benderhob to try to interrogate it, but it refused to be interrogated. Instead, it melted. When you went to the war room to try to figure out what happened, you saw that Mordenkainen was there. He had let himself in.
Yep, you sure did.
A quick discussion with the more experienced members of your team led you to believe that this was the act of the Bleak Academy, a dark school of magic headed by Mordenkainen's enemy, Ivar the Black.
Mm-hmm.
In addition, you learned that it might have been performed by a student at the academy named Sophia, a woman with a serious chip on her shoulder against the Lakewoods. But then you already saw the Discord lore, so you know that.
Oh my god.
Silvanna learned the scrying sniper trick from Mordenkainen as a way to match the Academy's power. But between you and me, I don't think she has much of a chance.
Nah, she's got this.
You used Silvanna's demi-plane to reach a graveyard on the Shadowfell. And from there you tried to make your way out to the Academy, and you discovered that Robyn Reichwood had hitched a ride and had brought some Vierl's thieves' tools, because she wants to be a rogue. Also, she may be feeling a little guilty about what happened to Vierl.
Maybe.
And as you navigated the graveyard, Alexander realized that the graveyard was a mirror image of Silverthorn.
Yep. And that's when
But let's not worry too much about them right now. Let's worry about Vierl.
Oh boy, here we go.
Girl.
All right.
Alright.
Vierl's back.
That's amazing. Seriously. Oh my god, the voice. Like,
Yeah.
You survived that voice.
Honestly, that voice was a lot easier than some of the other voices I've done. I'll be honest.
Oh yeah,
Really?
I could tell sometimes when that voice is like, oh god, that's a tough one to do.
Hey, Renaud.
Ronaldo's an easy one.
Yeah.
All right, Vierl. The last thing you remember was getting dragged into darkness, and then things with yellow eyes just leaping out of the darkness to beat you unconscious. You fought pretty well, or you think you fought pretty well, but you were bludgeoned into black dreamless sleep. When you wake up, you are in a cage that's dangling from a ceiling by some kind of a chain. There's a couple of dim candles burning with an eerie blue flame. It fills the room with dim light, so you can see these large, yellow-eyed humanoid toads on the ground, about 10 feet under you. You also realize that you have, aside from your shirt and a pair of breeches, you have been completely stripped of everything. Well, almost everything.
Yeah.
Whoever searched you missed two things that you hid on yourself because you are an excellent rogue. One is a set of thieves' tools. So as soon as these frogs go away, you can just pick the lock and hop out. The second thing they missed was a hidden blade that you got for a wedding present. A +3 Assassin's Creed hidden blade.
Nice.
Yep, it even has the words Requiescat in Pace written on the blade.
Oh my god.
So I'm
You
essentially
don't invite
hanging.
Ezio. Ezio invites himself.
Yeah, Ezio invites himself. Yeah.
Amazing.
So I'm just like hanging above 10 feet from the ground.
Yeah, and there's these large humanoid toads with yellow eyes, about a dozen of them just staring at you. In the dim light, you can also see like other cages hanging from the ceiling. As you wake up, one of the toads sees that you wake up and immediately turns and waddles out of the room.
I don't like where this is going.
Oh no.
A few minutes later, it waddles back into the room, and it's leading a slim woman who's a little taller than you, but not by much. It could be the fact that it looks like she's wearing heeled boots. She's dressed in scholar's robes and has a graduate cap on her head with several tassels dangling off the cap. Most strikingly is that she seems to be blind. She has bandages wound very tightly over her eye sockets. She comes in, she looks you up and down. She says, "Good, you're awake."
So are you the one that gated me here?
Says, "I am."
Well, I'm married, so would you let me out?
I'm afraid I can't do that, Vierl. I'm afraid I can't do that, Vierl.
Why?
Says, "Well, let's be fair. It's nothing against you personally. It's more about what your mother did. It's more about what your mother did.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What
Also,
did
it's
she
also, you know exactly what she did with my sword."
Yeah, that's true.
do? Wait, I don't have Audaviator with me.
No, you
right?
do not.
No.
It's been
So
taken from you.
So then I just raise an eyebrow, like, no, I don't know. So would you tell me?
She stole my
Says-
heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
She stole my sword and she destroyed the notes that I used to create it.
Oh no. Fuck.
I spent 10 years building building a new one. But I couldn't, but I needed a consciousness to put inside of it. I decided that it would be good irony if I put the consciousness of her son into it.
Oh.
But then she showed up again. She destroyed the sword, rescued you, and nearly killed me, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh frick.
But she's dead now, isn't she?
Yes.
Ooh.
I have a new sword. I've created a new sword. Its head, I will have to admit, it is head and shoulders above the old one. But anyway, I'd like to give you a choice here. If you don't wish to have your consciousness preserved forever in the sword, that's fine. You will die here, and I will simply merge Audaviator with my version. If you wish to have your consciousness preserved forever, then I will proceed with the ritual as planned. Your consciousness will be transferred into the sword. Then I will have two swords capable of killing a god.
What the?
It's your
Very
choice.
interesting option. I take option 3, none of the above.
She shows and says, "You're in the Shadowfell. You have no idea where you are. And furthermore, I am a master of illusions." And then you see another one of her walk through the door and say,
Shit. Yeah.
and say, "We'll give you some time to think about it." A third one walks in and says, "But you will be forced to make a choice, so I will make the choice for you." And then a fourth one walks in and says, what she meant to say was, Our choice would be to have your consciousness implanted into the sword, and we'll keep Audaviator as well.
Yeah.
After all, and then a fifth one walks in and says, after all, it'd be much easier. After all, breaking 2 people is twice the fun. And then all of them walk out. And then the toads waddle out after her.
Shit.
Alright. If I'm going to do anything, I'll wait for a good 10 minutes before I do anything.
Alright. So you can pick the lock if you like.
So I don't want to pick the lock too early because
Yeah, you don't want to be like, you don't want them to be like, all right, and then wait, I forgot to tell you.
Yeah. No, but as you wait, your eyes adjust to the gloom. You can see in a couple of the cages dangling from the ceiling, there are skeletons. They're raggedly clad skeletons slumped against the walls of the other cages. Well, some of the other cages are empty. Like you said, you don't plan on being in here long enough to become one of those skeletons. So
yeah, how many ways are there out of here?
oh, there's a door. That's about it. This looks like it was built specifically to hold people.
All right, can I enter stealth first?
There's nowhere to hide in the cage. You have to get out before you can enter stealth.
Oh, I thought I'm ready. Okay, I lockpick the door.
Sleight of hand with thieves' tools.
Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand.
You got this. Hey, there we go.
Ooh,
There you go.
not bad.
Pick the lock. You open the cage and you jump down. Now you can enter stealth.
Stealth.
All right.
Stealth mode.
I'm a ghost.
Yeah!
I'm a ghost.
He is a shadow among shadows. He is the shadow cast by other shadows.
Oh,
He's the
yeah.
Shadow of shadows.
Vierl casts invisibility.
Yeah.
All right, so you leave, and then you see as you do, you stop for a moment and you just clutch at your head because this psychic pain just stabs into your brain. You don't take any damage, but you believe it's due to your connection to Audaviator.
Can I tell if there's a certain direction I'm sensing to
Yes,
go
you
to?
can. Yes, you can. It's down the hall to your left.
All right, I go to the hall to the left.
When you travel down the hall to your left, you pass several more rooms like the one you were just in. There's one with a door that's shut. It's shut. It looks like magic has been used to melt the door shut. Boards have been nailed across it. Chains have also been draped tightly across the wall to keep people from accessing the door. And on one of the chains is a sign that says, "Do not disturb."
Is it where I'm sensing it?
No, it's not where you're sensing it. What you're sensing is down from a door down the hallway. When you peek in through the lock, Dishonored style, you see that you see something almost like a Frankenstein's laboratory. There's you've seen the movies, right, with the Frankenstein, with all the potions and the beakers and stuff. There's there's a bed in the center of the room, and instead of a body, strapped to the bed is Audaviator.
Jesus.
There's 2 Tesla coils next to it, and they're zapping Audaviator with blue lightning. And every time they zap Audaviator, you feel the stab of pain in your head.
Oh.
All right. I look around the room to see if there's anything to turn off or at least stop the electricity from going into the coils.
Yeah, there's a large switch that you can do, and you also notice that chained to the wall are several skeletons.
Oh, crap.
Oh boy.
I say chained to the wall. I mean like literally just clipped onto the wall.
Yeah.
Almost like a coat rack almost of these skeletons just hanging across the wall. So you're gonna walk in. The door's unlocked.
Oh wait, yeah.
All right.
Thieves tool.
These
Good
tools.
rolls. Good rolls.
Nice.
All right, you're in.
Okay, I carefully go over to the big switch and turn it off.
Alright, and you do, there's a loud, like, and, like, all the machinery, the humming machinery just falls silent. And when that happens, all the manacles on the wall open and all the skeletons just slump to the ground, but nothing else happens beyond that.
Okay, I start. Are the chains locked? Like, to the bed of Audaviator?
Yes, they are.
I unlock those.
Alright, now with these tools. Yep, you unlock it. As you do, you pick Audaviator up. You sense that it's in a state of unconsciousness. Like you may not really be able to use its properties for a few seconds, but give it a minute or two, it'll wake itself back up. When that happens, and when you pick it up, you hear a clattering behind you, and you see one of the skeletons is standing up. It's one that's dressed up in a jester's outfit.
Oh shit!
The grinning skull just stares at you and says, "Hello, boy."
Oh no.
Hi, and then I tried. Is there anywhere to hide?
Yeah, you can try to make a stealth check. Yeah.
All right, I say hi and then jump to the nearest cover.
All right. As you do, like the skeleton just turns to you, just unerringly comes to you and says, "I remember when rogues can actually hide. I'm so old."
Oh boy!
And I would like you to roll for initiative.
Oh god!
No,
See, here's the problem, Vierl. I know what you're fighting, and that's gonna be rough.
I have no clue what you're fighting.
I have an idea.
Just
I could
by
be
the
totally
sound,
wrong.
I feel bad. It's like, fuck.
All right,
Man,
Bill.
I remember when almost every I knew didn't have magical sense.
Yeah.
Welcome to the high level of the game, Vierl.
I knew I shouldn't have multi-class paladin. I'm just kidding.
All right, make your initiative check.
All right, here we go. I have a feeling it's not gonna
nice.
work out.
23.
Nice, let me just try to check my spelling on something very quickly. There we go. Wow, that was actually pretty close. I was off only by one letter. All right, and you have one initiative. What do you do?
How close is he? How close is he?
You're about 35 feet away from this guy.
He's standing in front of the door, right?
Yeah, he's blocking the door right now.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to, since it's, man, let me check my spells.
You're like, I need to check my spells.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Also, Vierl, just so you know, you've leveled up.
Oh,
You leveled up last session. I don't know if you knew that.
oh, I did not. So
Okay, so level up right now.
Yeah.
You're like you point your hand to the grim jester, and you're like, hold on a second, I need to level up.
Yeah, I need to
Just
level
let
up.
me-
pause.
Yeah.
That's all the time you need. Levels are all you have now.
Oh no, why is he making that hack voice? Fuck.
It's not a hag voice, it's a crypt keeper voice.
Of course it is.
You uneducated dusk elf, you.
Yeah.
You call yourself a wizard's apprentice.
You uncultured. How have you not heard of Tales of the Crypt?
Alright. Vierl gets himself set up there. We could quickly jump over to Alexander and Silvanna.
Okay, cool.
Sure. Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, the last time, as I recall, the marching order was set up as such. Caira was in front,
Mm-hmm.
then Robyn, then Alex, and then Silvanna.
Yeah.
because
Alex is near Robyn at all times, trying to make sure that she's okay. So he's
sometimes when Caira stops at an intersection, like just confused, Robyn will just go over and examine one of the graves.
Okay. I keep an eye on her, but I let her do.
I actually reach out to her and says, "So, what's your find, kiddo?"
I take 11 Paladin. Good for you. All right. She says, she's squinting at one of the guys. It says, Rudolph Van Richten.
What?
Van Rick?
I
Ricker.
inspect the...
Yeah, I walk over as well.
It does say Rudolph Van Richten. There's no other dates. There's no means of how he died. It's just his name on the gravestone.
And that's Van Richten's son, right?
No, Rudolph Van Richten. His son was named Erasmus. This is actual Rudolph Van Richten's name.
Yeah, that's
okay.
the one we know.
Yeah. The grave does not appear to be disturbed.
Okay.
Unlike some of these other graves that you've passed, where it looked like something inside had ripped its way out.
Okay. Can I make a check to see if there's anything being buried underneath? I'm not sure how that will work, though. Sorry.
It does look like it was a freshly dug grave. Like it was dug up, something was thrown inside, and then it was covered up with dirt again. You can always dig the dirt back up and see what you find.
I'm gonna mold earth, trying to find what's underneath.
While she's molding earth, I'm going to do my divine sense while we're in this graveyard.
Yeah, see if you sense. Yeah, right. See if you can sense undead.
Any undead nearby. Yeah.
All right. You sense undead, 2 of them behind some very tall gravestones over to your right. But you're pretty sure. They're pretty sure that they don't see. They're not aware of you.
So I do sense a couple.
Yeah, you do sense 2 of them.
Okay.
All right, Silvanna. When you dig down about 6 feet, you come across a large wooden coffin. It's carved from black wood, and it has Van Richten's name carved into the top.
Okay. I cast Mage Hand to try to gently move the coffin's lid aside to see if anything is inside.
All right, you open it up, and you do see, in moldering robes, the still recognizable and rotting body of Rudolph Van Richten.
How is that? How can I tell how long he's passed? How is that possible?
No, you can't. It seems like it stopped after the case stopped after a certain time.
Can I attempt to make some sort of, I don't know if it would be an Arcana check or religion check about the Shadowfell, and do I assume that if we're seeing Van Richten here, does that mean
I'll let you make an Arcana check.
Okay.
I'll do that as well.
Okay, I have -1.
4.
Oh my god.
0. Yes, I have no clue of Shadowfell whatsoever.
Wow, that's good.
He has every clue.
Yeah.
You believe that if there's still a body in the grave, then that person's still alive.
Oh.
If the body rips its way out as an undead, then that person has died in the real world.
Yeah, so I give that information to Silvanna immediately. All right.
That sounds awfully weird, but okay.
This place is not...
Robyn immediately just starts running around looking at the tombstone. She's like, "We gotta find Vierl's body."
I would rather not, little one.
Yeah.
Let's find the real and alive body.
Yeah. She's running away. Caira just grabs her by the top of her head, just picks her up, and just lets her
just kind of
kick her feet in the air.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had a guinea pig?
Yeah.
I had
just like a few. It looks like an inch or two above the floor. I just watch it kick its little legs.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm-
Robyn's doing.
I just look at her and say, "Thank you, Caira." And I'm going to continue. I'm assuming. So is the keep Silverthorn Keep nearby? Like, do we see it in the distance, or?
Silverthorn-
You see a couple of large mausoleums that seem to correspond to the church, to the Silverthorn Cathedral, and to the Rose Keep. Yes.
Okay. Well, my question is that I'm looking at Silvanna. It's like, do we want to go to the cathedral or do we want to go to the Rose Keep?
Let me hold on. Let me do something first, and I am gonna cast Scrying, trying to find out where Vierl is.
Ooh, good call.
What are you guys?
Scrying.
Wait, what are you guys? Oh, scrying.
Yep.
All right. You know the target well.
Yeah, I know him very well. So.
Yeah.
I watch you sleep, Vierl. All right, Vierl, I would like you to make a Wisdom saving throw against Silvanna's spell save DC. You take a -5 penalty.
All right.
He can willingly fail. Well, fuck.
21 -5.
That will be 16. My spell save DC is 20. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
You're good.
So you see Vierl. You don't know exactly where he is. It looks like it's in some kind of a Frankenstein's laboratory.
Okay.
You're immediately jealous. You're like, this is way better than my lab.
Yeah.
But then as you look around and turn the scrying sensor around, you see he's got Audaviator, and Audaviator does not seem to be functioning. Like its usual blue-white glow has been dimmed, and it's no longer spouting portals along the blade.
Okay.
You see, standing between Vierl and the exit is a skeleton dressed in a motley jester's outfit.
Okay. I relay that information to the group. Can I communicate with him? I don't think so, right?
No, you
No,
cannot.
I think you just spy on him essentially.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as you relay that information to me, I think, well, if it's a lab, I would assume that it is most likely in the keep, so we need to get there fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you know there's a lab in the keep though?
I would assume that the likelihood of there being a lab in the keep is higher than there being a lab in the cathedral.
Okay.
That is what I'm assuming right now.
Probably.
All right.
All right, let's go.
So I grab Caira and Robyn and.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Back to Vierl.
Hey, back to Vierl.
What do you do?
So I know that someone is crying on me, right?
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh.
You wouldn't know.
So if I fail a save, then I don't know if. Okay.
Yeah.
Seeing as there's a freaking skeleton just in front of me, and that I get unarmored, picking a fight is not a smart idea. So, as my bonus action, I'll dash, close the 35 feet gap, and attack with Audaviator.
All right.
Cool.
Go right ahead. You can't use any of the teleporting abilities of Audaviator while it's unconscious, but everything else still works.
Cool. Nice.
All right. That, I believe, it should be a hit. It is a hit.
Nice.
Nice.
Good damage. Good damage.
And sneak attack.
All right. Minus that. All right.
All right, and for my I do have an extra attack, so one more.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Nice. That is a crit.
Like, yes. Nice.
All right. 17 plus 4. Okay.
And since I forgot what was the feat. Since I'm swashbuckler, if I attack an enemy, I don't have to disengage. So I run 25 feet away from him into the hallway.
Nice.
All right.
Hit and run. Hit and run.
All right. Next up is Braggadocio, the Grim Jester.
Wait, what?
What?
Braggadocio?
Braggadocio.
Braggadocio means boastful or arrogant behavior.
I know, it's a great name.
Nice.
All right. He is going to say. He is going to say. He's gonna. What's this? Let me think. Oh, here's one. He points his finger at you. He says, "Your blood is on fire. Your heart burns its last. Now show me a roguish hero's last gasp."
Oh no. Oh god.
Oh,
And
I
he
have a
casts
few.
Finger of Death on you.
Ah,
shit. How did he know?
I'd like you to make a Constitution save, Vierl.
Oh boy, +1.
Oh no! No.
All right.
Wait, finger of death is a spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, since I leveled up to level 7, Oath of the Ancients, Aura of Warding gives you resistance to damage from spells.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
nice.
gonna be
Oh,
useful.
good.
Nice. That's gonna.
So I'm just gonna let me jump. All right, I'm gonna roll his damage. Braggadocio's damage, which is gonna be a lot. You're gonna be taking at least 15.
Well, it's 78 plus 30 necrotic damage. On
Yeah.
Fail.
All right, you take 38 points of necrotic damage.
And that's already considering resistance?
That's considering resistance.
Okay.
Okay, whew.
He rolled a lot of 7s and 8s there.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I couldn't imagine.
So it's a good thing you had that oath, because that would have
Yep.
hurt.
It still
Definitely.
hurts.
It's
Oh.
Still hurts.
Alright, so is it my turn?
Yes, it's your turn.
Run.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, come now. What would Masuka say?
Oh no.
Oh,
You get into
no.
trouble and you just run away like that?
Oh no.
Kind of a
Yeah.
husband are you?
Like you said, I'm the rogue. Come on. You know what, you stupid jester, see you later. And I start running.
Just like bye.
And I used my action and bonus action to dash, so 90 feet of movement. And I just run. I book it. I run.
Yeah.
That's very
All right.
smart. I book it.
Which, yeah, I'm just gonna check.
Oh no, he's checking stuff.
Come on. He's gotta have something here. Wait, he does have something.
No.
Oh no, no, he doesn't. No, he
No,
doesn't.
the
All right, so
Jester's-
what he's going to
Jester's
do.
bewildered.
All right, what he's going to do. He's going to follow you. He's just going to walk 30 feet after you, so 60 feet away.
Mhm.
And he laughs and says, "Don't lose your feet, Vierl."
Oh.
And I'd like you to make a dexterity save.
Oh.
Come on, this is a dex save.
Yeah.
Nice.
26. All right. You manage to keep your feet as a large puddle of slippery grease appears under you.
No magic grease. Oh, thank God.
Yep, I didn't lose my foot.
Yeah. Say, don't worry. We'll change that.
All right, Vierl,
He pulls
you're
out a
right.
bone saw and shows you.
Oh no. Oh no, you're gonna lose a foot.
Fuck.
He's gonna cut your foot off, Vierl.
We don't
So
know
which
where
way would
he
you
is.
like to lose, Vierl? Left or right?
None.
Alright, we're back at your turn, Vierl, and you're going to need to make 2 more dex saves to get out of that grease
This is
trap.
turning
Alright.
into Saw real quick. It's like,
All right, yeah, you easily just skate out. You're sprinting.
yeah.
Yeah, I keep sprinting. Action and bonus action to keep running.
All right, as you run down the hall, as you reach where your cell is, you actually almost run into one of the big frog-like creatures who had apparently gone in to check on you.
Oh,
It's literally scratching its head as it walks out, and then you just like skid to a stop right in front of it. And it's like, it just gives like this, oh, there you are, expression on its face.
She let me out?
It just like squints at you for a moment, then shakes its head slowly.
No, she let me out.
No, deception check, quick.
Oh,
Do I take that as a no? I'll take that as a no. So do I run out? I have no more movement.
No, you don't. But you can still attack this thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I attack it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Kill the frog.
Wait, if you can attack, that means you have an attack action, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh no, you don't. You
Because I
Yeah,
used my
keep-
action to dash as well.
Oh,
So technically,
right.
yeah, technically you wouldn't have an attack.
use your action. Did you use your bonus and use your
No,
bonus
you
action to
didn't use
dash,
your
right?
bonus action, right?
I used bonus action and action to dash, so I have 90 feet.
So no, you have
Yeah,
nothing.
90 feet. Yeah.
You're
Unfortunately.
not
So-
like. Let's see.
I shrugged and I'm like, sorry.
Okay. That puts you about 150 feet away from the jester. So next up is his turn, and he's going to dash. He's going to sprint 60 feet to try to catch up to you, and then he's going to use his bonus action to cast Misty Step and get another 30 feet closer.
So 90 feet closer. That means he's 60 feet away from you right now.
Yep, I've got the calculator open. He's 60 feet away from you. Next, the Banderhob is he's actually going to try to attack you. Your AC without your armor is what?
16.
He rolled a 13 total. He doesn't. He tries to bite you, but you easily just like step out of the way.
Nice.
On Vierl.
Okay, it's my
All
turn.
right, Vierl, on your turn. As Braggadocio, the Grim Jester, and the Banderhob close in, you not sure what, you kind of start to sweat a little, and then you look down into Audaviator, you see one portal just appear on the crosspiece, slide up the blade, and then shrink down and vanish as it reaches the tip. And then another one. And then another one. And then Audaviator says, "Oh, where am I? Vierl? Is that you?"
Yeah, it's me. We're quite in a problem right now.
It's like, well, what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for, buddy?
Run away.
So,
I said, I don't think any of these guys can. He says, these guys aren't going to stop me. Come on, let's teleport out of here.
Sure. And then, wait, how many charges does Audaviator currently have?
Just enough for a teleport spell.
Nice.
All right, get us out of here.
Out.
All right, you create the portal, you leap in, and then you land in another room.
Yeah.
This room is actually a plush, or not plush. It's a library. It's got leather chairs set up next to a cold fireplace. Large bookshelves line the walls, and there's chains hanging down from each bookshelf in front of the books.
Ooh, kinky.
As you get your back,
Fuck. Really?
really. All right.
It's like Pharaoh's about to die. Oh, that's a sexy room.
But as you get your bearings, you hear the woman's chuckle and hear her say, "Did you really think my own creation could disobey me?"
Oh,
Yes.
And Audaviator's like, I was kind of hoping the answer was yes, too. Believe me, Vierl, this is not where I wanted to go.
Oh no.
So, do I know where she is?
You do not.
I look at Audaviator, like, look down to my sword. It's like, wait, are you still with me?
He's like, I'm with you, buddy. To the end.
Alright, so... This girl probably has the same magical sense as that stupid jester, so...
Audaviator says, and she can create illusions too, you know that, right?
Yeah, she gave me quite a show when I was in a cage.
He says, speak for yourself. She tried to disguise herself as you. She tried to trick me.
Oh.
Ooh, interesting.
She even brought in a doppelganger to try to trick me.
Oh god.
Okay. Divine sense? Like, around the room?
Nice.
To see if
That's
there's any,
smarter.
like...
You don't sense any celestials, fiends, or undead.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Okay, I just slowly keep walking while keeping my guard up to find an exit to this room.
All right. Yeah, there is an exit to the room. So right up ahead. As you leave, you see as you leave, you trip over a body that's lying on the floor. Yeah, kind of like that. Thanks for the sound effect.
Yeah.
Let's get some Foley going.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a body lying on the floor. It's covered with a cloak.
Come on.
I take the cloak.
It looks like Silvanna's body.
I jump up with the cloak and I just take a closer look. It's like, how real does it look?
Right after.
Whoops.
Oh no.
Robotic
Megatron.
voice.
What do, Vierl?
Robotic
Wait,
voice.
you got cut off.
Yeah.
Alright. Sorry, can you hear me now?
Oh, better.
I think
Yeah.
we can.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Just repeat.
Alright, it looks like, it does look like Silvanna's body. It looks like she died by something like power word kill or something similar.
Okay, so, like,
Fuck.
being disturbed by this. Damn. Hold on. I'm just thinking what Vera would do since. Okay, I grab the body and okay, we have to get out of here. And then I start running.
Alright, you pick the body up. Then you feel a pain in your side, and you realize that the body has somehow stabbed you.
What?
You watch the body changes until it's this featureless, blue-skinned creature,
Oh.
unblinking yellow eyes staring at you. And you take a
Right.
total of 17 slashing damage from the short sword stab.
Frack.
I immediately
like-
drop him.
Yeah, you let it go, and the body just stands up, and Audaviator's like, you know what? Kill it.
Uh,
Kill this thing.
I think we should just run away. I'll be honest.
Audaviator says, dude, it's just a doppelganger. We can handle this.
Fine.
Alright.
And I jump in.
Alright, don't forget, you also have the Assassin's Creed blade in your left hand.
Yeah. Okay. So
So you can use it as a bonus
Audaviator-
action.
Yeah.
Audaviator 2 attacks and then bonus to stab. Bonus action stab with it.
Wow.
What? Pow.
Nice.
Nice.
And then the dagger.
Right. It was nice
It was
to know you.
nice to know you. Nice.
Does that hit?
That's the hit.
All right. Just add +3 to that because that's a normal dagger.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, so you stab twice, and then you Assassin's Creed blade it right under the chin, and you kill the doppelganger.
Oh,
Ugh.
that was easy.
Yeah, and Audaviator says, see, buddy, I told you we had this. Now let's get out of here.
Let's go. I hold my side and just keep running.
Alright, you run for a few minutes down the featureless hallway, and then you come up, there's an open door to your left. When you come running down, after running for a few minutes, so what do? Do you take a quick peek in the door?
Sure, but I enter stealth.
Alright, make a stealth check then.
Stealth mode.
Nice. And when you peek into the door, you're astonished to see that you've apparently run in circles. It's the same library you were teleported into.
Oh, great.
Oh boy.
That is.
And when you walk forward a little bit, you actually see the body of the doppelganger you killed.
I look at Audaviator and I ask, so can she make me run in circles?
He says, it's probably an illusion.
What do you mean, the hallway or the room?
Probably the room, and probably the hallway, if I had to guess.
What
I
are
don't
we
know
gonna
what
do?
I don't know what powers the Academy has. I don't know what
Okay.
these people can do. But they can
Start
apparently
punching the
mess with our
walls.
minds.
Start punching the walls.
Yeah, we can start
Okay,
stabbing the walls. We can't
here's what I
trust
do.
anything.
Here's what I do. I turn around, go outside the hallway. I get my dagger,
Mhm.
and like I just keep putting it like at the edge of the wall until I feel like a wall giving out or something.
You look at your classic Dark Souls hunting for for illusionary walls.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Audaviator says, "Can't trust anything. These people have absolute control over our senses."
Yeah,
They
I
have
agree.
says, "It's going to be us against the world, buddy."
Let's get out of here. And I just keep running.
All right. Meanwhile, you guys,
Ooh.
Silvanna, Alexander, Robyn, and Caira are trudging up the steep climb
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
up to the mausoleum. That's the stand-in for the Rose Keep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see, as you do,
Sorry, go ahead.
the path is just like lined with graves. You remember in the Dark Souls 3, the untended graves?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what this is. It's completely dark. There's no sound aside from you stepping around. It's the graves. There's like all these very tightly packed graves lining the path.
All right.
So,
I'm
Alex.
keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you
Yes.
sense
Fine.
anything more?
Divine sense number 2.
All right, you do not sense anything else. No.
Okay.
Nothing at the moment, Silvanna, but I think if we get inside, I can attempt to use my divine sense, and if this grim jester was nearby, I can use that to help us track Vierl.
All right. As you climb up, you see that there's apparently a large camp set up top.
Okay.
Looks like a Vistani camp.
Before we do anything, Rush, can I do some kind of check to see the surroundings? Anyone hiding or?
You can make a perception check if you like.
Okay.
Oh, you don't see anyone or anything hiding. But when you look out down into the graveyard, you can see like the glowing eyes of some undead occasionally looking up at you before just shuffling off away from you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna reach for my crossbows, just in case anything from afar, so we can shoot it. And the rod is ready, so yeah, let's just move a little bit forward to see what is happening. Yeah. Shing.
All right.
Weapons up.
When you go up there, you could say it's a cheerful, but it's a usual cheery Vistani camp. You've been to a couple already, so you know what they're like.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting next to the fire is two people you didn't actually expect to see again. Hannah and Julius. Remember them?
Shit.
Oh,
I don't remember that.
Really?
Neville is dead,
Yeah,
so you don't have to
Neville's
worry about
totally
him.
dead.
Oh, yeah, Neville's
We
totally
left
so Hannah
him
and Julius.
for
Yeah,
dead.
that's just them. Yeah, they're kind of sitting there. There's an elderly Vistani man who's sitting in front of the fire, and the fire is dancing in his command. You can see that the fire has actually taken the form of Strahd, and it looks like Strahd is cutting down some people that are rushing to try to kill him.
Oh.
And Alexander, having actually fought alongside Strahd, you can see that he's equally good with a great sword as he is with a glaive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I figured.
I
I guess I go running forward to see what's going on.
All right.
Yeah.
When you run forward, you hear the old man say, "This a man of royal blood. He fought to protect us as we protected him. We bore him safely to his home, and he thanked us. He said, 'I owe you my life. Stay as long as you wish. Leave when you choose. And know that you will always be safer here.'"
Huh.
We never really heard that voice before, right? Never
Well,
really
no.
recognized
Is
that
that
voice
so? Who is
before.
that coming from then? Is it just
It's coming from the old man who's
Yeah.
telling this old Vistani man who's telling the story.
Apparently,
Okay.
he's like performing like a storytelling graphic of sorts
Yep.
using the fire. So,
Okay.
yeah, I lower the crossbow and move forward to them. It's like, hey
Yeah.
guys,
When you do, like they all just all the Vistani. When you do, like all the Vistani just kind of just like stare at you, Silvanna,
wait,
with this
all of them?
completely blank face. Yeah, when all of a sudden who are sitting around the fire.
Oh, how many of them are there? I thought it's just one old.
There's about a dozen of them.
About a
Oh,
dozen. It's a
okay.
camp.
It's a
It's a camp.
large.
Yeah,
Camp.
they just stare at you, Silvanna.
Okay. I ignore them and look at Juliet and.
Yeah, Hannah and Julius
Hannah
get
and
up, and
Julius.
Hannah said, "Well, fancy seeing you guys here."
Yeah.
Yeah,
really.
it's certainly been a while.
It's been
What are you guys
quite a
doing
while.
here?
Yeah.
Says, "Well, we've had quite a few adventures. We've had quite a few adventures since we last parted ways at Silverthorn.
Okay.
Chopped our way through undead, killed a dragon."
That's
Oh.
nice. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, did some more research. A lot of other things. A lot of cool things happened. We also found someone who could actually replace Neville. May the gods have mercy on his soul.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, this one's actually competent. He can actually hold his own in a fight. He actually provides us the muscle we need, and he doesn't whine.
Yeah.
Yes.
He does He does tend to hit on women a bit. So we did have to.
Okay.
We did
Yeah,
have
I
to try to
can't. You
keep him
can't.
under
I just look at him like we can't get them all.
Yeah. As
Yeah,
long
alright.
as he doesn't speak the way Neville did, then.
Is it? No. It's like, no, thank goodness he does not.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
So.
All right.
Can we meet?
And then from one of the wagons, Bartimaeus Blackhorn steps
Amazing! I didn't see that coming, but it's amazing.
I knew it was gonna be
Oh.
someone. I knew it was gonna be
This is
someone
gonna
like that
be
we
a
knew.
clusterfuck.
I just did. Okay,
So
here we go.
Alexander's gonna talk to himself now.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is gonna
No,
be
actually,
a
I'm gonna do it.
clusterfuck.
Bartimaeus walks out of the.
No,
the
I'll
cart.
do it. I'll do
Oh,
the voice. You
but
don't have to talk to yourself. That's just going to be weird.
No, but I want to
No,
talk
but
to
he
myself.
wants to do it. I want to hear
I want to
him
do it. Let me do it. I'm perfectly fine with that.
All right.
Let me help.
So you, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
Bartimaeus.
here's the story. What happened was you were on the verge of death
Okay.
when you came across these two who were in the Feywild doing on a quest for coming back from finishing something up. You didn't ask them what they were, but Hannah saw what happened, and she was able to cure the poison inside of you.
Nice.
So as a way of thanks, you joined up with them, and besides, they kind of did remind you of Vierl and Silvanna.
Right. Figured.
So you've been helping them out ever since, and you've actually, provided them with the spellcasting support they've needed.
So I joined up with Hannah. They got me out of a jam, and I've been sticking around with them since.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You
Okay.
have mended your ways slightly, like
Okay. Yeah. I
like
get.
you're
I
no
get what you
longer
mean.
that
by
much of a jerk. But you don't try to swindle Hannah and Julius, especially after Julius literally swung you around in a circle over his head by the tail.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a rough day.
Yeah.
So. Okay. So Bartimaeus walks out of the cart and goes, "Hey guys, what's going? Is that Silvanna out there? Holy shit!"
It's Julius does not say that.
gods, you're still alive.
Trust me, it was quite the adventure to get here.
Yeah.
And then Bartimaeus looks to the paladin and goes, is this? Hey, this is the Alexander guy you guys were talking about."
Yeah,
And then
you guys never met.
Alexander just looks at Silvanna and goes, "Who is this?"
Oh, apparently, this is one of our company who helped us in battles for a few encounters before he was taken. Where did you end up to? I never really saw what happened to you.
Oh, well, I mean, I kind of got banished to the Feywild. That was, that
Okay.
sucks. And luckily, these two picked me up, and I've been kind of hanging out with them since, and it's been fun.
Okay. As what he said, I just turned to Alexander. Is like,
Alexander kind of is just staring at Bartimaeus like, okay. Regardless, we need to find Vierl. We need to find him quickly. So
yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, Vierl went missing. So we are searching him in this direction. If you guys ever see him, ever hear any noise coming out from the keep, anything?
Bartimaeus Bartimaeus
Yeah.
scratches his head.
Yeah.
That's something that Bartimaeus knows.
Ooh, nice. You will come in handy. Yes.
Bartimaeus kind of scratches his head. I mean, well, we've been here for a while. There's this old kind of crotchety old lady, likes to tell fortunes or whatnot. It's been hanging around in this camp. I don't know. She might know something.
She wouldn't be happen to go by the name of Madam Eva, right?
Eva, yeah.
Yeah, Hannah nods. Says, yeah, we were she actually hired us to give her a hand with something. We're just camping out here for a little bit until Eva is able to figure out more.
Okay. So where is she right now? We probably need to speak to her. That's very urgent.
And you hear from the largest wagon. You hear. Hang on one sec.
Oh, the voice.
There we go. Yeah, you hear from the wagon. You hear Madame Eva's voice call out. That had better not be Silvanna that I'm hearing out there.
Oh God.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint you, madam, but it is I.
Alex,
the wagon
you
opens,
wouldn't
you
still
see
hold
Madam-
grudges over
Madame Eva hobbles out.
right?
Madame Eva hobbles out of the wagon. She says, you will not be getting any help from me, Silvanna Undershine. And you have a lot of nerve to show your face around here.
I did pay you back your cards. I mean,
Alex, now this is hilarious because Alexander had no idea that it happened because he went off on his own way when that.
Yeah.
Wait, you burned her cards?
Well,
Why?
it's most like she kind of says, I will have to choose either you guys or the family or lose both. And I was like, I'm not going to lose both sides, so
she says, she shot the proverbial messenger. I do not dictate the whims of fate. I simply report on them.
Yeah, and I burned the report.
Oh.
Yeah.
Says, you
Alexander
are not
puts to
going to get any help from me as
All right,
long as Silvanna Undershine is within this camp.
All right, Juliet, Hannah, let's go. Find Vierl and
Alexander's going to look around and say, "Yes, Silvanna, you should move up ahead, and I'll take the rear."
Yeah. And,
Caira's going
wink,
to
wink, nudge, nudge.
yeah,
Caira's
I
going to
wink,
say-
wink, nudge,
Caira's
nudge
going
as well.
Yeah, Caira's going to just grab Silvanna by the upper arm and say, Silvanna, if we leave, Alexander may be able to get help from Madame Eva. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, let's go.
All right.
And I told Wormwood, I know he's always listening. I was like,
Wormwood is not with you.
No, Wormwood is not with.
You have not summoned him.
And Alexander probably during our year off told you do not summon Wormwood.
yeah, probably.
After what he did.
all the time,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, do not
my
bring him
ears
back.
bleed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like,
that-
oh wait, that's probably not going to be the best idea.
Yeah. Robyn, meanwhile, is just going to sit down in front of the fire, look up at the old man and say, do you have another story, mister? Or could you tell that one again, please?
You know what? This is actually good. I turn towards Alex and says, I'll go ahead with Hannah and Juliet to find Vierl, to search for his track at least. And Robyn can stay here with you while you talk to Madame Eva.
Hannah says, but that's actually not why we're here.
Okay.
Well, why are you guys here then?
Yeah, maybe we
Specifically.
can help, though.
He says, Madame Eva hired us to retrieve something for her. She offered to make it. She offered to not only cover us in gold, but also to give us, also to read our fortunes.
Okay. What?
Who doesn't want to know what she holds?
Okay. So, what did she ask you guys to retrieve, and where did she ask you guys to go? Maybe.
When she opens her mouth, Madame Eva says, "Don't say another word."
Yeah, you guys probably should have left the camp before you started having that conversation.
Yeah, Caira is just going to actually forcibly drag Silvanna out of the camp at
Yeah.
this point, for her sake, mostly for Silvanna's sake.
Yeah, so that nothing bad happens to her.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alexander's gonna stay behind. I'm sure Bartimaeus makes his way.
Bartimaeus has a bottle of Barovian wine.
Oh,
that
he's got
needs to
his
finish off.
flask. He's got his flask.
Yeah.
Bartimaeus has his shiny little flask that he pulls in. He goes,
With horns and everything.
This is gonna be a fun day. I can feel it. All right, let's go. Okay.
Yeah.
And he just goes on his merry way.
Yeah, he goes back into the wagon to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, all right. I'll go check. Well, you guys can talk. I turn
Okay.
towards Madame Eva and says, with all due respect, I still deeply sorry for burning your stuff, but yeah, you never
you?
really bring any good news to us, though. That is,
Well, hang on. Do you genuinely feel sorry?
yeah, I am. At this moment, it's like maybe.
You're
I'm
not
a
just
bit-
sorry because you might cut off help for your friends.
No, definitely not. I'm kind of feeling sorry for because she's got a point. She never really do anything
Yeah.
to the fate, but she's
Yeah, it might be bad
the
news, but
messenger.
she's just a messenger.
Yeah,
She says, you want to you,
I was
and
like,
she looks at you.
okay.
She just gives you this sideways look. She says, I know exactly what you're thinking, Silvanna. You're
no.
thinking, I want to shoot someone, but I can't really shoot the messenger. And you can't shoot fate.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes a lot more sense.
Probably.
Alexander kind of nods, trying to make sure that Silvanna doesn't see that. But he,
Yeah, and then Madame Eva says, far to the north of here, hidden inside deep inside mountains of black ice, is a cathedral to the Raven Queen. Within that Raven Queen lies her son, the Master of Fate. If you want to shoot someone in the face, go shoot him.
Okay, I will.
It's
probably.
16 months north on foot. You're not getting there. It is very dangerous.
Yeah, I will probably someday, but not today. And again, you are welcome to cast me out. I'll go find my friend. This is clearly the priority, and
All
I'll
right.
leave you guys be.
So you leave.
Yep.
Yeah, you leave the camp, and you see, as you leave, like the Bristan just relax and they go back to drinking and chatting among themselves.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alexander sits down with Madame Eva.
Yeah. So what can I do for you, young man?
Well, me and my compatriots are in a bit of a predicament. We seem to have lost the little one, Vierl Lakewood, and we're
Yeah.
trying to find him.
She nods and says, well, do you have an idea about what happened to him?
It happened really fast, but it appeared that he was gated to some sort of, to here. And there were black tentacles that kind of dragged him through this purplish portal.
She nods.
When my friend scried on him, it appeared that he was in some sort of laboratory along with what appeared to be an undead jester. That's all that we have.
All right, Madame Eva says, well, I guarantee you will not find nothing but bodies in the Rose Crypt.
So you don't think that he's there?
She says, you have been told the name of the Bleak Academy, haven't you?
Yes, we have.
She says, it moves around the Shadowfell from time to time. It never really appears in the same place twice if the headmaster can help it. It is currently standing in for Lakewood Keep, several miles outside of this graveyard.
Okay, so we need to go to where Lakewood Keep would be then.
Correct. But beware. The Academy's campus is a dark place. A place where the Banderhogs roam free.
Duly noted. We have dealt with them before, and I think we can deal with them. I just need to find him. I've kind of failed him a couple times recently, and I would like to not go for 3.
Yeah, she nods. She nods and says, well, then in that case, if you would like to Hannah and Julius and Bartimaeus. And when she says Bartimaeus, you hear Bartimaeus start shouting for more wine.
And hey, guys, give me more wine. You over there, you got wine over there? Yeah, you.
One of them. The door opens. One of the Stani opens the door to the wagon and says, "That is a gravestone, sir. Here is your wine."
Oh, okay. And I see Bartimaeus starts to squint. There we go.
Yeah.
He just drinks. And Alexander kind of sees that and goes, "Oh."
Yeah.
But Alexander
says, "Boy loves his wine." Anyway, yes, you head there. You will find Vierl in there, and he will need you.
Okay.
The academy is he was kidnapped by a woman named Sophia, and she is currently using the power of the academy to try to torture him psychologically, drive him mad. A practice called gaslighting. Have you ever heard of that practice?
Not, unfortunately, no. What is gaslighting?
It's when you perform acts to try to make a person think he's going insane.
Shit. Well, then I have no time to waste. Thank you for this information, Madam Eva. And I give her a bow.
Yep, and she just nods and says, and tell Silvanna if she'd like to be welcomed back in our camp again, she needs to enter the academy and bring back the twin crystal balls that we were about to send Hannah and Julius after. And Bartimaeus, as soon as he sobers up.
Yes.
They are called the Eyes of the Oracle. And I'd like them to replace the deck that she destroyed.
Well, perhaps we can kill two birds with one stone, then.
So that's the idea.
I nod and I look around. Is Bartimaeus even remotely capable of following me?
No. And Hannah and Julius won't leave until he is.
Okay. All right. I say, well, I'm going to go find my friend. And I bid you farewell, Madam.
Goodbye, Alexander.
All right. So I'm going to make my way, find Silvanna, tell her the information that I gathered.
I'm actually not that far away because I'm scouting the whole area just to be cautious. So yeah.
Right.
I'm flying the sky. Yeah, just scouting through. Yeah.
All right. I kind of wave you down as you're in the sky.
Yeah. I look. Yeah, because I was looking, so I found you. And okay. So, how did the conversation go?
It went well. I know where Vierl is most likely at. He's probably at Lakewood Keep at the moment. So we need to go there.
Not here, basically.
No, not here. All that's in the mausoleum are dead bodies. So this is a waste of time to go there. So we need to go to Lakewood Keep, and that will be where we'll find Vierl.
Okay.
Also, Silvanna, if we can, we're going to look for the Eyes of the Oracle for Madam Eva. If we get this for her, then she will essentially put a truce as far as your previous actions go.
I will say, no, I'm not supposed to burn her decks. And I'm sorry for burning her decks. But I'm still a little bit angry as she's been this oracle type, always bring the bad news. Like, never really anything good. Like,
I know. And I agree with you. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
But I do have to admit, in months when I got the news about... And Alexander takes a pause, a noticeable one, about my father. She put me on the right path. So I feel a bit indebted to her, because if I hadn't seen her, then I probably wouldn't be here right now.
Right.
Yeah, and Caira is just going to say that if you do that. After you get Vierl back, you could probably use his sword to go check out this palace, this cathedral of fate, or whatever that she mentioned.
Yeah.
So if you really want answers as to why fate keeps dealing you guys a bad hand, then you can just simply teleport up there and go have a look.
Okay. That works.
Yeah, that works.
All right, but at the very least, I try and console Silvanna a bit, and we're gonna get him back.
All right.
We're gonna figure this out.
Let's try this, I guess. So
and I guess we make our way. I follow the directions that Madam Eva gave me towards Lakewood Keep.
Basically, you just gotta walk out of the city.
Okay, gotcha.
And then you can actually, or rather, out of the mausoleum, out of the graveyard at this point. When you reach the edge of the graveyard, you see that there's the usual canyon that the Silverthorn is built next to. There's a great bridge leading across it outside it, and there's a path. There's a worn and ruined path leading away from the mausoleum into some hills. Next to the far end of the bridge is a small crumbling chapel.
Let's go near the chapel from above.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly. I will fly up in hybrid form and get a aerial view if possible.
All right. You fly up, you see that the roof of the chapel is long since collapsed. There's crumbling wooden pews inside. You can't tell what deity this chapel was dedicated to, although given the proximity to the graveyard, it might have been dedicated to the Raven Queen.
Okay.
It doesn't look like there's any presence inside, living or otherwise.
And so, is this the one where Lakewood Keep would be, or is this just one along?
That's just like right next to there. It's just there. Lakewood Keep would be further on ahead.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming we're just gonna keep beelining it.
Until we spotted something or someone.
As you fly over the hills, you see a dark tower, a dark, almost cathedral-like tower rising up. It sits on an island in the middle of a lake of black, oily water. You realize that this is the stand-in. This must be the stand-in for Lakewood Keep.
Yeah. Figured as much.
Anything near the water? Any weird movement?
How high are you flying?
I'm right now actually about 70 feet up in the sky.
I'm about 60 feet as well, or around that.
All right, give me a moment, please.
Oh boy.
No.
I gotta get fingered death out of the sky.
Yeah, bashes, giant arrows shooting us out.
The funny thing is, when you guys are this high in the sky, there's still no sign of like a sun or a moon or anything like that.
Oh,
right.
No stellar stuff.
No sun, no clouds, nothing. It's just black.
Just black.
Be right back.
Okay. All right.
Just continue.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, it's very disorienting, also very eerie at the same time.
Okay. What do we see though? Besides the missing part of the solar system, whatever.
Besides nothing in the sky. You do see Caira on the ground. You see that she's actually drawn her sword. She looks like she's facing off against two figures that are striding towards her.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I dived down.
Yeah, me too. Before I dive down, Eldritch Blast. Just
alright. Make an Eldritch Blast attack.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep. All hits.
And I'm level. Hold on. How many level? I'm still level 16. Fuck. Alright. Yeah, I need to level up on the. Yeah.
Alright, you're just focusing your attacks on one?
Yeah, so the one, 11. Huh.
If possible, while she's doing that, I'd like to, while I'm diving in hybrid form, I want to change back into my human form and do like a plunging attack on one of them.
Alright, yep.
Charisma. Oh, sorry. Ignore the 5+1. I thought it was something wrong, but it's actually.
Yeah, no, it's you're just rolling low. All right, so you want to turn back into at the last possible second. You turn back into human form. You're going to drop down on the closest one. Okay.
Nice.
Can I make a perception check to see what I'm about to stab?
Descend into.
Make a perception check.
Wow.
With that
What is
check-
happening?
with the
There's
20s?
so many natural 20s this session.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Well, with that check, you see that the withered hand is currently gripping a longsword in a two-handed grip. So you believe that you're diving down towards an undead, judging by the rotted state of the hand.
Ooh, not bad.
He's got a great sword. Do I think that's...
No, it's got a longsword, but he's gripping it in a two-handed grip.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay. But, okay, fuck it. Stabby. Okay, I'll make it an attack.
All right,
Cha!
that's a hit.
No, that was a close
right.
one.
That's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna smite until I know what we're hitting.
Yeah.
All right, you stab and you just hear it go like this. All right, welcome back, Vierl.
Welcome
Feels
back.
bad.
Just in time too. Yeah, it looks like it's dressed in some kind of a tattered black robe.
Okay.
Or this thing, like almost like a Grim Reaper robe, you'd say.
Still kicking?
Alright. It's still
Yeah,
fighting?
it's still very much alive.
Okay,
Figured.
figured.
I draw my sword and pull myself into a defensive position.
All right, now Caira just comes striding up next to you with her own sword, smacking her own sword into the palm of her hand.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah,
How many of
All
them
right.
are there besides
Just
these
two.
two? Okay.
yeah. One of them seems to be hanging back. You've been shooting the one that was threatening Caira the most.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming it's initiative or...
Yeah. Well, first Caira is going to take a couple swings.
And then initiative
Cool.
order. Oh, you still have another
Then-
attack, right? I believe.
Well, no,
If you want.
I'm just doing a plunging attack.
Oh, okay. So it's just
All right, so Caira gets. That's right. So she gets 2 swings.
swing.
Swing, bada bada, hit, bada bada. And she misses with the first one. It's like parries her first blow, but she's able to bring that into a second. Swing around and hit him for hit this thing for the second time.
Nice.
So it takes a lot of damage. Minus,
Noise.
that's minus. All right. So the monster is injured, and now we roll for initiative.
Hey.
Come on, initiative. Not
Advantage.
so
15.
bad,
Alright.
actually.
That's not bad.
Yeah, better than I expected.
I mean, it's not Vierl levels. But it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vierl feels good when it comes to initiative.
Yeah.
Like,
26. That's
like-
Vierl level initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys don't roll Vierl level initiative.
If Vierl got the alert feat, oh my god, he
Yeah.
would just be...
Did
Which
Did
is
you get the
God.
alert fee, Vierl? Not yet.
No.
Oh, okay.
It gives you +5 to initiative.
Yeah, and it won't. There's no drop.
And you can never be surprised.
Yeah, it's like nope, never surprises the wrong. Never.
All right, is that no? I'll put this as they use 2 separate stats.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
You have no idea.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love the sound of.
Oh, good. Well, these two need to go away. They rolled lower than all of you.
Oh, nice.
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 That's
Okay.
4 and
So that's
3.
always good. All right.
Top of the round.
Let me say, how would you guys feel? Have you guys played Hollow Knight?
Oh yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard of Hollow Knight. Yeah.
It's
I've been playing. I've been hacking my way through it. It's a surprisingly fun little game.
Yeah.
All right. What are we doing? The False Night music.
Nice.
All right. Cool.
Alex, how about it?
All right. I'm gonna do what Alexander does best. I'm gonna charge in and swing.
Swing, bada bada, swing, bada bada, swing, bada bada, swing, and that's a miss. That one they parry. That one is
Oh,
parried.
really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Figure.
Yeah, 17 does not hit.
Okay. Just as a bonus action, you know what? Let's do a thunderous smite for old time's sake.
Nice.
All right.
All right. So I put my hand across the blade. Thunderous energy shoots out. Swing number 2.
That's what we're talking about.
Okay, what the hell is like Vierl? We were just talking about this while you were gone. There has been so many natural 20s this session. It's ridiculous.
Like,
I think there'll be a time where we're gonna get a lot of ones.
Oh,
Please
yeah.
don't say that.
And all right, so 2d6, and he needs to make a strength saving throw.
All right. All right. Okay, Adam needs to make a strength save. No, close. I don't want you. What's the DC? Actually,
17.
I was gonna say it's if it's not at least 20, then they made it.
Okay, well, yeah, he made it. So I think that's my turn because that was my bonus action, and that's my 2 attacks.
All right,
Yep.
Silvanna.
All right. Seeing that Eldritch Blast worked, and I haven't really flexed that muscle for a long time, I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast continue.
Nice.
All right.
2, 3.
All right.
Holy shit! What is happening?
They all hit.
They all hit?
This
Nice.
is
Yeah.
insanity.
Yeah,
As
this
Duke Doubledown would say, top of the morning to ya.
Yeah, there we go.
So 9, that's 18, 28, 32. 32 points
Yep.
of damage.
All right.
Ding, ding, ding.
Nice.
And I use my bonus action to use the rod. Yeah.
And
nice.
all right. So you hit.
17 total.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, and Shield Guardian is with us, right? I'm pretty
Shield
sure.
Guardian is lumbering up next to you, right?
Yep. Fist. Fist fight.
That's a hit.
2 seconds.
That's also a hit.
Nice.
Oh god.
God.
All right.
happening?
All right.
Yeah.
Would you like me to tell you what's happening?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
He smashes. The Shield Guardian just absolutely just smashes this undead into the ground.
Shield Guardian smash.
Yeah.
Pulverize it. Nice. All right. That will be the end of my turn. Now I descend. All right. Yeah, I descend.
Descend gently into the ground.
Yeah,
The undead
yeah.
has been smashed into the ground.
Yep.
All right. Caira is actually. Let's see what she can do. She is actually going to raise her hand in prayer to Bahamut,
Mhm.
and then she's going to cast Flame Strike.
Ooh,
Nice.
I called down a vertical column of silvery divine fire. So it needs to make a dexterity save.
Come on.
So let me say first, under 2 is down. Make a dexterity save. It botches its save, and Caira gets to deal. 46 fire and 46 radiant.
Nice.
So a total of 26 points of damage on this thing.
Nice.
Nicely done.
All right, and as she walks forward, she actually kicks the body of the undead that you guys just killed over as she walks onwards. Alexander, to your horror, you find yourself staring into Kasumi's rotted face.
Fuck me!
Frack.
I knew it. Why the
And that would mean the other undead, judging by the twin crossbows it's just pulled out.
Oh no. Fuck.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I shouldn't have been so fucking stupid. You gave me all the hints in the world. Oh,
Wait, does
God
that mean?
Damn it.
Oh no. They are animated, right?
These are animated undead, yes.
That means. Holy shit.
They're dead in the real world.
And it's going to shoot, and the undead Heinkel is going to start shooting Silvanna out of the sky.
Okay.
So naturally gets. All right, what's your AC?
I'm already down on the ground though. I'm just saying.
All right, yeah. Well, it's still gonna shoot you.
Yeah.
What's your AC?
22.
22. All right. So the first attack hits only because it was a crit. The other 3 miss.
Okay. Go ahead.
Of course it's Kasumi too. God damn it. Fuck me.
They're using
that's-
silver arrows, right?
Naturally.
Okay.
Of course they.
Alright, you take 12 piercing damage.
Alright,
God damn it.
And then you
This
see a
shit
Robyn
is-
run up to the dead body and start kicking it. And she's like, Alex, why does it look like Aunt Kasumi?
Oh,
Alex is not saying anything. Alex is shell shocked.
Well, that's bad because it's your turn.
16 plus 4.
Alright, Alexander's going to shout, stop, stop, stop. It's Heinkel, it's Heinkel, it's Heinkel. We can't. Okay, here's my question.
Yeah.
If I'm assuming. Well, here's the thing. I'm assuming that if I kill this undead, it doesn't even matter because they're already undead at this
They're-
point.
They've already died, yes.
So they've already died in the actual plane,
In the material plane,
the
yes.
material plane.
Wait, what?
But you can't actually use these bodies to try to raise them from the dead. These are not their actual bodies.
They're not their actual bodies.
These are just constructs created by the Shadowfell.
Okay. Okay. I guess Alexander doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do because he knows what this means. So Alexander's gonna just fall to his knees.
Alright, in that case, I will also rule that your concentration on Thunderous Smite ends
Oh, absolutely.
from the shock. Savannah,
That's gonna be my turn.
what do you do, Savannah?
I haven't noticed that part yet, but I assume when I saw.
You heard Alex
Yeah,
say,
when I
I
heard
shouted-
they say,
I
was
shouted, Heinkel, it's Heinkel.
Like, shit.
and then you look at the body of the undead you just killed, you realize that it is Kasumi. Even the sword appears the same now that you look at it the right way.
Fuck. Alright, I see that, and I was like, oh no. I really don't know what to do, so I asked the Shield Guardian to hold the still moving undead. Try to hold it in place.
It's just gotta make an athletics check.
Just
Make a strength athletics check.
come on. Oh.
No.
fuck,
It goes up, tries to hold her, and he just knocks him off.
Alright. I look at Alex and it's like, these are not them. No matter how much they look the same, they're not. We need to protect ourselves. That's what they would want it as well. And we need to find Vierl to prevent him the same fate. And yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I look at Alex with dead serious eyes, and I just attack them, I guess.
Yeah, go. Do it.
Alright. By the way, DM, because I have the
Yeah.
feat of the Finnish Dark One's Blessing, so when I knocked down a creature, I took the bonus temporary hit points of 20.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, so
Got it. By the way, what's at the inside, Alex?
Oh, that was me deciding whether I listened to her or
yeah,
not.
whether
That
you
was-
listen to reason or not.
A reason or not, because
Yeah.
Alexander is known to not make reasonable
And I would like
decisions.
you, in that case, I'd like you to make a charisma saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh no.
Is that just for role-playing reasons, or is there something else happen?
Something
Find out.
something else, I would say. Oh, snap!
Ooh, good. You managed to hold on.
Oh shit! Yeah, because gaslighting is happening to me, isn't it?
No, this isn't gaslighting. This is the Shadowfell trying to drive you mad.
Okay.
Trying to make you absolutely just utterly succumm to despair.
Okay.
Believe me, if this were gaslighting, the bodies would have vanished.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
the bodies are very real.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that once again another natural 20. Like what is
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah, what the frack?
6, 5, 8. Excellent. And with those checks, with those attacks, you don't actually kill the Heinkel stand, and it's still kicking around.
Oh, final bonus action stab 18.
You run over, stab, and you hit.
Alright.
As you get close, you do see that this does, in fact, look disturbingly like Heinkel's rotted face.
Yeah, when I cut it down, I closed my eyes. I was like...
Yeah, when you stab, you're like, I'm gonna get you. If you're gonna close your eyes every time you attack them, then you're gonna start making your rolls with disadvantage. You know that, right?
Just like literally, Silvanna, just get it over. Just
when I just couldn't bear to watch.
Yeah.
In the face.
And yeah, she's even wearing like the rusted plate armor, rusted Magebreaker armor that Alex gave her. It doesn't seem to be magical. It's not magical, but it's there.
Yeah, I'm just keep telling myself.
Why must you hurt me so?
Yeah,
just keep telling
Caira's.
myself, it's a clone.
Yeah, Caira's going to go try to finish this.
Yeah.
Alright. Swinging a hit, swinging a crit.
Oh, nice.
Alright.
God damn it! I should have gave me the hint. It didn't.
All right, yeah, and Caira just with the first hit just smacks her to the side, and then just with the second hit just cuts it in half from shoulder to waist, and then kicks the dead body over.
Alexander's just quiet. He doesn't know what to do.
And actually, would like Silvanna to make a charisma saving throw again with disadvantage.
Oh, I have advantage on magical effects.
This is
Shadowfell still.
Okay.
This is
Fine,
a
then it will
Shadowfell
be-
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the Shadowfell thing. It's just the environment, and plus this
21.
disadvantage. 21. Yeah, you make your save.
That's
Make your
good.
save. You're still just like it's still just like very unsettling for you. Speaking of saves, Robyn needs to make her save.
Oh Jesus!
Frick!
Oh, wait, I
Okay.
didn't expect that.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
she has a plus. She has a plus. She has a +3 to the save because she's near me.
Yeah, she is near you.
The aura.
Doesn't matter because a +3 doesn't negate a natural 1.
Frick.
Oh my god!
And I would like Vierl to roll 1d6 for me.
Oh no. Two.
You guys have some quite explaining to do when you find me.
Yeah.
Right.
Jesus Christ! We can't let Vierl leave the party ever because bad shit happens.
Uh-huh.
Actually, this only happens because of how high level you are.
No, I know, but it's hilarious
Yeah.
that all this bad shit. As soon as Vierl leaves, it all falls apart.
Yeah.
Well, what happened when Alexander left?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
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 I'm very concerned what the 2 does.
Yeah, you just see Robyn. She just stops panicking. You just see the tears just start rolling down her face. She just slumps to the ground, and she just looks absolutely defeated.
Alright. Frick. I don't have heroism. I will slap her across the face.
You smack her.
Yeah, try
You
to
smack
do
her across the
shoulder.
face. As if that doesn't seem to snap her out of it. She just kind of just sways back and forth, like almost like a bobblehead.
Alright.
Alexander
what can I
just
do? What can I
looks-
do?
Alexander just looking at Silvanna. It's like they're already dead in our plane. Then that's what this means.
Yeah.
What could have possibly got to them? My concern is that if they got to Heinkel and Kasumi in the plane, that means they probably got to everyone at the keep.
Alright. I'm thinking both what is happening right now to the Shadow.
I need to bury them.
They
Rob,
are
Rob.
clones. They're not them.
I need to bury them. And I just look
Yeah.
at Silvanna.
And I cast protection from good and evil onto Robyn. Try to prevent
Yeah,
her.
when you do, Robyn just like. When you do,
Does that help?
it does not help. But when you do, Robyn she just goes fetal, and she's like, "What's the point? We're all going to die here. Vierl's probably already dead. We're gonna go to that place. We're gonna find a zombie body walking around. It'll be falling off of towers, trying to
No.
break into windows and everything.
You really need an explanation when you find me, guys. You really need.
Yeah, well, Alexander's gonna be not in the great mood to give explanations, but he's
I
just-
actually like you to make you can make an Arcana or religion check.
me?
Yeah,
Doing it.
either of you.
Okay,
We are both doing it.
18.
Arcana. 9. No.
All right. If you have the calm emotion spell or a
Shit.
spell that removes a curse.
I have removed. I have
remove
removed.
curse. I'm gonna cast
All right,
remove
well,
curse on her.
Yeah,
You're
if you
gonna,
do
yeah,
that,
you know,
it'll-
Silvanna, it would
it'll
make more
cure
sense
it.
for Silvanna to do
Yeah.
because she's in a more.
Yeah,
stable
she's into the
state.
cursing, so she can figure out how to remove them. All right, so when you do, Robyn just seems to perk up just a little. She's still crying though.
Alright, snap out of it. We're gonna find Vierl, and he's not dead yet. I believe in him, and both of you should. And these are just mere low-quality clones of High
That looks
Ground.
pretty.
I'm pretty sure
looks
they're
at
not
that.
dead yet. I'm pretty sure they're
She
not
picks
dead
up
yet.
like Kasumi's sword and says, "This looks like a pretty high quality reproduction."
Yeah.
Like somebody really knew what they were doing.
I just look at her and was like, that's not the point. And I turn to Alex and says, we waste every more seconds here to bury these clones. We lose more chance in saving Vierl's life.
Caira's going to say, "I concur. We can always find their bodies and bury them back on the material
You make
plane."
a fucking persuasion check right
Yeah,
now.
I
then.
will. I will.
Sounds
fucking
good.
Make the persuasion.
She will.
check.
She does not have any
I
persuasion.
am gonna invoke my luck. Hold on. Do I have advantage on persuasion? Hold on. Let me check.
No.
That was with the curse, I think.
All right. Caira's made her persuasion check.
Nice. Yes.
Never mind.
Look, okay, wow.
Charisma
okay.
save DC
Yeah.
30. Go.
It's a
You're never
crit,
making that save.
unless it's a crit.
Even with a crit.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Even with the crit, no. 29 will not
No,
make.
even with a
DC
crit, it
30.
wouldn't matter.
All right.
That's hilarious. Jesus Christ.
Jesus
Okay.
So you are persuaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alexander's going to nod and go. Fine. At least let me get them out of the road.
All right.
I'm gonna carry the bodies to the side of the road, and I'm gonna basically try and cover them with like some
Oh
foliage
no,
or something
I
like
don't
nearby.
do that. I just mowed earth and they fall into the pit,
Yeah.
and I was like mowed earth again and just like done.
Dump
Now
them
let's
in.
go.
Okay,
Alright.
and I'm gonna grab my sword and go. We need to
Yeah.
All
find
right. So
Vierl.
you go. When you reach the. Okay. When you reach the gates of the Bleak Academy's campus,
Mhm.
you see that they're actually hanging open. They're actually open. They're not like rusted and destroyed, but they actually look pretty well kept. The archway above the gates. You guys have seen the picture of I believe it was the Auschwitz gate.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with the words "Abere Macht Frei" above it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This has a similar gate. The academy has a similar gate leading into the courtyard, the courtyard outside, except it has the words "Memento Mori" written above it.
yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna look around to see if I see any disturbance in the area.
The only thing you see are flowers,
Fuck, what is happening?
like white. Yeah, you see white flowers, and they look like the center of the flowers look like eerily like eyeballs, and like all those eyes are just staring at you.
And Alexander is
I
just so there's a
will-
gate. There's a gate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alexander's kicking the gate down.
I will
Yeah,
cast
it's open.
Detect
The gate is
Magic.
already open.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a strength save. Damn it.
Oh no.
God
You're
damn it.
hitting the already open gate.
Yeah.
All right. Alexander's
Just
not
kicked
happy.
it to the side. Further.
I can't open the open gate.
Yeah, I can't do it, guys. I can't do it. Alexander is going to just make his way inside as quickly as possible.
All right.
All right. Hang on. When you make your way inside, you see that it's a great courtyard with these large Gothic arches surrounding it surrounding the walls. Underneath the arches is are chairs.
Mm-hmm.
It's overhang with the chairs. There are like plush leather chairs.
Okay.
It looks like almost like they're made when you squint closer, you could swear that these things were made by human skin, not like the usual materials for leather.
Yeah.
There are also large doorways that lead into the deeper into the academy. The stained glass windows they're absolutely beautiful, but they depict academy students doing things like torturing demons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a pleasant graphic.
No, not very pleasant.
All right. With my sorry, go ahead.
As you look around quickly with your detect magic, Silvanna, you sense almost like a brief flare of conjuration, like from behind a door up ahead.
Oh no!
Then the door opens. The door opens. You see a woman walk out. She's pretty tall. You'd say she's a little taller than Vierl, probably because of the high-heeled boots that she's wearing. She's wearing a scholar's robe. Her auburn hair is flowing freely from beneath the black graduate's cap. It has multiple tassels hanging off of it. Okay. You also see that her eye sockets are bound tightly with bandages. But she seems to be moving as though she can see perfectly. One thing you do notice is that one hand she's holding what looks like a dark copy of Audaviator. You can see like the portals that go down. Unlike the original Audaviator, you remember you've seen it. You've seen this other portals. They're like areas of high adventure, like mountains, dwarf refineries, things like that. This one leads to some pretty disturbing places. Like one portal leads to a torture chamber. One leads to the heart of what looks like an active volcano, or perhaps somewhere in the Nine Hells. Another portal leads to what looks like the Far Realm, and so on. Although she's dragging the tip of it on the ground, you can see like it's leaving this scorching black line, but you can even see smoke rising from it.
All right.
And then she's smiling at you, and then she does like this, almost like this duelist flourish, this duelist bow. When she sees you, she says, "I would like to welcome you all to the Bleak Academy."
I just look at her and I say, "Were you responsible for that? Just tell me that."
She says, I'm responsible for a great many things.
I know.
What exactly do you refer to?
I refer to Heinkel and Kasumi. Were you responsible for that?
She tilts her head from on. You see the smile on her face has vanished, and she looks almost confused. Like, who?
Regardless, I'm assuming you're Sophia.
She says, I am, and I would make you Alexander Anderson. That would make the lovely young woman, Silvanna, undershine. And then Caira's Aston, and of course, who can forget Robyn Lakewood? And then Robyn says, "That's her. That's the woman who took me last time."
Yeah, she's back. But
and then Robyn says, "Where's Fluffy?" Sophia just looks at her like, "What?" And then she looks like it says,
"Yeah."
I can just smiles and says, "Well, I suppose you better get on with it then."
I guess so. And I go bolting after her.
Just send over Vierl and we'll be fine in our merry ways.
I'm bolting after her right now.
I'll chase
after
Alex. Flying.
All right, as you do, you see that Sophia just stabs the sword into the ground, and a portal just opens up in front of her, and with a mocking wave, she falls in.
Oh no! Are we fast?
Can I Misty step into the portal as a reaction?
No, you can't. This is just a teleportation effect.
Yeah, I figured. Just worth a shot.
Yeah, right. And then you hear her voice echo around you saying, "Now the games begin."
Fuck!
And I go charging in.
And as you do, like the door just you hear the door just slam shut. Like, hang on.
Oh no!
Vierl is asking me a couple of questions here. I need to quietly answer these.
It's fine.
Oh boy! No, so Vierl! No, don't keep secrets from us.
Yeah.
All right. So Caira's like, there's several doors. There's 2 doors on your left, 2 doors on your right, 2 doors up ahead.
Oh my god.
Okay, hang on. there. That should answer it. There's also like on the walls above you see like there's more of these windows. Some of them are stained glass. Others are just plain old windows.
Okay.
So Caira is going to say, okay, that's what he's wanted. Okay, I get it. Hang on. I was just gonna say, well, where are we gonna go?
Oh,
How do we get in?
I'm gonna use Divine Sense. See if I can catch that undead jester.
Oh, you use Divine Sense. You don't actually sense anything.
Damn it.
That's good. That means she's not an undead or a celestial or a fiend.
But it's gonna make finding Vierl even harder.
Caira's just going to say, I was going to say, there's much worse than Banderhops aren't celestial, undead, or fey, or fiend either. How do you know that one of them isn't sneaking up on us?
I'm going to just... Is there any way that... Okay, how about this? Can I just make a perception check of the area that I'm inside now? Does it look like there's any scuff marks? Does it look like there's any... Like, it seemed... Because there... Like, any chase... Because I can tell, like, when Vierl would... If Vierl would have been dashing through trying to escape, there probably might have been something nearby.
No, there's nothing. And again, you notice that the flowers are all just looking at you. It's very creepy.
Right,
yeah, like the flowers. Like I said, the flowers look like they have big eyes in their center.
All right, I know you're spying on us, and here's our response. And I firebolt off them.
You firebolt them one at a time.
Yeah.
Robyn is actually like dismissed one. Says, "I didn't see one of these when they were here. You think these would look good back home?"
No.
I don't think they're good for your health. Anyway.
Jesus,
what happens when I firebolt one of them?
When you firebolt one of them, it just gets like those little sounds, and it shrivels up into ash.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And
Alexander's gonna start running.
All right, Alexander. Before you step, you hear this smashing sound above you. And you look up, you see one of the windows has been smashed open. You see this shadowy shape descending towards you. What's your AC?
AC 21.
All right, AC 21. It hits.
Okay.
Vierl, I would like you to roll damage.
That is amazing.
I knew you were being quiet for some reason.
All right, you take 8, and you also get sneak attack. Don't forget that.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Oh no!
Let's have a little
right,
bit. If Vierl kills me, that would be the fucking
hilarious.
greatest.
All right, you take 37 points of piercing damage as Audaviator stabs inside of you.
Jesus. Okay.
Isn't he half god though?
Oh, crap.
That's true, he is. So in that case, it's not going to do like the normal thing that it would do, which is take off 1/4 of your health.
Yeah.
It's not going to do that. It's just going to double the damage.
Okay.
So you take 74 points of damage.
So 74 points. I'm like, Vierl, you really want to kill me? What the hell did I?
Vierl, Vierl's under control.
Up.
No.
I know.
When Vierl stands up, you see that he's actually like the shadows are just like seem to be coalescing around him, like a sort of almost like a vampire style cape, but he still appears human. Except a couple things. First, you notice that his eyes have turned like evil Anakin Skywalker yellow.
No.
Shit.
And Audaviator is not the usual whitish blue crystal that it is. It's instead a red. It's instead a deep red. And the portals that appear around it are also red, edged with red. But and they lead to very unpleasant places like prisons, hangmans, gallows. Places in the Shadowfell and the like.
With my arcane magic using experience, can I tell if he's being charmed or whatever?
Make an Arcana check.
Can I attempt to make an Arcana check as well?
Go right ahead.
15. Yes. Nice.
Wow.
Alex.
You don't think he's under any... The only spell he's under is his own. He has complete control of his faculties. But it does look like he's gone slightly crazy. You do think he's gone crazy, although not through any magic spell. Not through anything like a feeble mind spell. Like if that's
it seems like something else. Probably the gaslighting that.
Probably the Academy has finally taken it. Has finally cracked his mind.
Oh no.
Vierl, as far as you're concerned, these are just more illusions that the Academy has created, and the Academy is trying to set against you, as far as you're concerned.
Oh shit.
So as I stand up slowly, after I stab Alexander, I point Audaviator to the rest of these illusions and start laughing crazily, like.
That's really good.
You torment me by taking their forms, but I know what you are. Audaviator, let's make these ones suffer.
Oh my god.
Sounds good, my friend.
That sounds really
But
good.
we're a little outnumbered here. Let me bring in some help. And then you see Vierl just he stabs Audaviator into the ground. And then you see a series of portals shoot out from Audaviator around you. And then rising up from the portals out of the ground are these four shadow copies of Vierl. All of them wielding rapiers.
Never mind me.
And I would like I would like all of you to roll for initiative.
Oh my god.
Initiative rounds. I just did.
20.
Just did something.
Oh,
nice! Yes!
Hey, finally!
What?
Yes, Vierl rolled shit for his
Finally.
initiative. Woohoo!
Yeah.
This is going to be I'd say this is going to be a fun game.
Yeah.
All right. Vierl already knows the shadow copies act on his turn. All right, and Robyn will also act on Vierl's turn.
Oh,
boy.
what? Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's with you, remember?
Yeah.
Except
Maybe we
she's
can-
not really posing much of a threat, so Vierl thinks that you can ignore her until last.
Yeah, okay.
Until we need her luck to get us out.
Yeah. All right, so we'll have to find some appropriate music.
Holy shit.
Before the battle ensues, I would like
This is
to ask
great.
Alex.
This is amazing session. Holy
Yeah, this
shit.
is amazing.
Right.
I've been practicing that laugh in between.
Yeah.
When you guys were fighting, I turned off my mic and I just started laughing.
Oh, that's great. That was so good.
That's
That was
amazing.
so good.
Yeah, that's really amazing.
All right, so Caira is just going to say, Vierl, this is real. We're here to save you.
I look at Caira and that's
You
what
just
they all
remember.
told me
You also
before.
remember that Caira is the one who murdered your parents.
Exactly. So I look, well, it's a good thing you're fake because I always wanted to kill you.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, she just takes her. She's like, try it. And she's going to attack you. And your AC, as I recall,
20.
yep, is enough to resist. You're enough to quickly sidestep the first hit, and then she swings up and she hits you again.
Oh no.
What's
And she
the
manages to
roll?
hit you. The roll was 21.
Okay, with I use my defensive duelist feat and add +5 AC to that attack.
All right, so you just flick it to the side.
Yep.
Silvanna.
All right, the hex first.
Yeah, wait. Yeah.
Yeah, let Silvanna. So we rolled the same initiative, so have Silvanna go first. Okay. Sure.
Right, Silvanna. When you cast your hex on him, you see what looks like almost like a grinning devil face just appear on Vierl's chest.
Oh,
A glowing outline of a red devil face.
you motherfucker.
With, so can I tell what it is?
Make an Arcana check.
Come
Oh,
on.
Really?
Nice, thank
You know what it. You know
This
what it
is
is.
a hex. You think it's a hex spell. That the Shadowfell is has peered inside of you, saw that you sold your soul to hell, and is reminding you of the fact.
Okay. Well, as long as it's not something else that's controlling it, it's fine.
Oh no, that's you.
Okay, that's all me. I was like, hey,
Mhm.
you know what? Make him dumber. Yeah, and I command the hex to turn him into, a disadvantage with wisdom check. And then I cast fucking Hold Master. Hold Master.
All right,
Yeah,
Vierl, you have disadvantage on the Wisdom save against Hold Monster.
Hold Master.
Okay.
All right, so make a Wisdom save with disadvantage,
Fail you.
Wait, hold on.
and you don't need to use the GR tag for this one.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Hold Master.
Oh, he's buffed. He's buffed, isn't he?
Yes, you are a monster. And you may fail your save.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, so you are paralyzed.
Nice.
That's your turn, Silvanna?
No, I still have a bonus action, right? And my
You did use your bonus action to hex him.
Yeah, you did, technically.
Hex,
You can move, but
No, Hex, I thought I cast it before we start the initiative.
You,
Because
No.
he stabbed his... Oh, never mind, it's fine. Then I'll
It's
just
fine.
walk towards him.
actually,
I'll just
well, you
fly-
pop your flame blade.
Yeah. No, I'll just fly towards him. I don't pop
Alright.
my flame blade just
Okay.
yet. So...
Okay.
How far is he away from us? I'm just asking.
He's like he's as far away from you as Alex is.
So 50 feet? Like 30
Mhm.
feet? Okay.
30 feet.
All right.
You can easily reach
I
him.
walk towards him, and I try to take the blade away from him.
When you try to, you see like these crystal spikes just pierce his hand and grow inside of him.
Oh.
Vierl doesn't seem to notice the pain.
Frick. All right.
It's fine.
That
Don't
will
touch it.
be the
Shit.
end of
Audaviator says, "You will not. I've been taken from him once. Never again.
All right.
And not by you."
All right. So, since he's paralyzed, that means he had disadvantage on all his saves, right? And any attack will be a crit because he's paralyzed.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
If
right.
hits.
That's-
So the shield guardian is actually gonna move forward and try to rip the Audaviator off his head.
I would like him to make a strength check because it's not just Vierl gripping it.
Yeah.
It's
I know
also the
pierced.
sword is literally growing. It is piercing his skin and growing inside of him.
Yeah. And come on.
No.
Cluster.
It tries to yank it out. It just makes Vierl just move back and forth for a moment, but that's about it.
Okay. That will be the end of my turn.
All right,
Cluster.
Alexander Anderson.
Alex,
I
chop his hand off.
Oh.
I relay the information to him. Like,
And then the Audaviator says, "You're not really helping your case here. Such violence."
God. Well, that might be an option, but I'm trying because I'm assuming it's not like a curse or anything like that,
no.
right?
No, this is just Audaviator not wanting to leave him again.
No, but I mean the thing that's affecting Vierl's mind.
Yeah.
No, this is just him. The Shadowfell has finally gotten to him,
Wait,
and it's gotten to him bad.
Yeah.
Really bad.
I'm trying to think of. I don't know if I have anything I could do. Like realistically, let me check my spells real quick. Just give me a moment, because the only other thing that I'm thinking about doing is if the Feywild. Well, I guess it's a nature thing, so it probably wouldn't work. So I'm wondering if my Magebreaker armor could do something.
No, this is manifesting almost as a flaw, as a personality flaw.
Yeah, it's a personality. That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm insane.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't think it's
Oh shit! You can do whatever you want. I think I have a solution for that. Go
okay. I'm gonna run over to Vierl. And
All right, he's looking right next to you.
all right, I look at him and I say, I am not an illusion, Vierl. Is this real? Alexander is here. An illusion would not be able to tell you something like this. Back in Death's Reach, I gave you a letter. You know what that letter was for. That letter was for that if I died, that I could leave something for you and for Silvanna. And that is something that no illusion of this world or the next would be able to tell you.
Sophia says, "It can now."
Oh no! Clusterfuck.
He looks at you with like dead eyes, Alexander, and you tell me you're Alexander, but if you really were him, why'd you bring my sister to this hellhole?
Ah, God fucking damn it.
Robin's like, "In his defense, I can't. I volunteered for this mission. In his defense, also I kind of snuck on board."
Well,
But I don't know that.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, she's saying that. Yeah, she's just saying that.
right in front of your face.
Yeah, Audaviator's saying, "You
my
say that."
Oh my God, that's so good. That's so good.
Yeah, can't really.
All right. So what do, Alex?
I don't care what I have to do. to get out of here, I'll kill all of you again and again and again, and I don't care what happens.
Alexander's not going to do anything again. He's just
Right.
he's going to hold his ground, and I think he's going to action, and that's going to be his turn.
All right, hold action. All right, Vierl, before you take your turn, one of your shadow doubles is going to come up to you and put its hand on your shoulder and assume the paralyzed condition for itself.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's your move now.
Shit.
Alright, I look to my shade and you don't have to do that. And I put my hand over my shade and cast lesser restoration.
All right, it is no longer paralyzed.
And then I use my bonus action to disengage.
Mhm.
And I slowly walk back 30 feet.
Yep. All right, and
Here's my question, DM.
yeah.
I have Sentinel, which I can attack people that can disengage regardless. Can I attempt, instead of doing an attack, do like a grapple?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be an attack roll.
Okay, so just like an athletics check or something like that, or just
Yeah, just make an athletics check
Okay.
versus Viral's acrobatics.
That's pretty good for me.
Oh, no.
Acrobatics.
Oh no.
Damn it!
Not good enough. He is a slippery eel.
Yeah.
Like you
Okay.
think you grab him, and then you see you see that he's actually standing 2 feet away from you, and then what you realize what you got is just a shadow copy.
Damn it.
All right, now the shadow doubles are going to move in and surround Silvanna.
Alright.
All right, what is your AC, Silvanna?
22.
All right. All right, the first one is able to stab you.
Okay.
You take 20 piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution save.
20 piercing. Is that magical? Are they using magical weapons? That's really important to me.
Because you want to know if it overcomes your Were-Raven resistance.
Yeah, and that and the other stuff. So.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not magical damage, though.
Wait, it's not magical damage? Then it's not gonna.
The weapons are magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance, but they're not like spells.
Okay.
They're not like
yeah.
spells.
Yeah, I know.
Just so you know, Silvanna, you do have +3 because you're in my radius.
Plus
Yeah.
3 to AC?
No, +3 to your saves.
Okay.
Any of them against
Okay,
magic.
So,
Alright.
hold on.
This
20
isn't magic, by the way. This feels more like poison.
Well, I think it's just saves in general. Sorry.
12.
It's-
So 96, I think? 96. Yeah. So, charisma save? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Constitution.
Okay.
So +3. It's aura protection that I have.
Okay, nice.
So 23.
All right. You take 12 poison damage.
Alright, 12 poison.
All right. Second one's going to come up, and it's going to miss you.
Nice.
The third one is also going to attack. It's going to hit you.
Okay.
You take another 20 piercing damage, and you need to make another Constitution save.
Okay, choose one damage type. Damage for 20, so 64. Con save. I'm gonna use
Plus-
luck. So
15.
15.
Uh,
Still. Fuck.
All right. That's barely enough to make the save.
Oh, thank
You
God.
take another 12 poison damage.
Okay. 52.
So now Alexander, you've got 3 of these shadow doubles surrounding Silvanna. One of them standing in between you and Vierl.
And so it's my
Alright.
turn. It's my
It's
turn
Caira's
again?
turn. I'm just letting you know what the situation stands.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Balkan.
What Robyn is going to do, she's going to walk up to one of the shadow doubles. She's going to poke it in the leg, just like very curious. What is this?
Poke.
The shade looks at Robyn, and assuming that it's an illusion,
It's
You
not
don't-
actually. It's not
Oh,
going to attack her. It's just going to.
no, it's not gonna. No, it's just gonna say something. Like Robyn's gonna, like the shade says something to Robyn.
Okay.
Is that right?
It says some. Yeah. What do you want it to say?
You doppelgangers take the ones I love the most, but if you take her form, I will make you suffer the most.
Oh
Robyn
directly at Robyn.
Yeah, Robyn just reaches out. She just licks the leg and says, "Well, you taste funny."
Yeah,
That's a reasonable response.
Really
Yeah,
good response from
yeah.
Robyn.
And then like a very like just a grin shows on the Shade's face.
Yeah, no one. Yeah, sure. All right, sure. It's like almost like
We'll
a,
see what happens.
We'll see.
Yeah,
what
we'll
happens.
see.
yeah, like this dark. It looks almost like a darkened copy of Vierl. Like you've seen Vierl through a dark lens, through a dirty lens. Caira is going to try to absolutely just crush the Shade in front of her. Alright, so she swings twice, she hits twice. Alright, and she just absolutely, just like with the first hit, she smashes the Shade down to its knees, and with the second hit, she absolutely just smashes it flat into the ground. And she looks at you, Alice, she says, "Go get him. I'll handle these." Silvanna.
Oh, it's my turn? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're before me.
Alright, so I cast Suggestion
On who?
on Vierl.
What are you suggesting?
Drop the weapon. Wisdom save. So,
That's going to be a problem because in his current state he can't be charmed.
Oh, okay.
His madness has made him immune to this.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I just say that all the three Shades that attacked you, all of them say in unison, "Hey Silvanna, tell me, how well is that robe working for you?"
Well, don't worry about it, Vierl. You'll pay for that once you're awakened, and you'll pay for that deeply. In
What?
any case,
You're gonna make another deal with the devil?
yeah, of course,
Oh!
of course. If that can whoop your sorry asses out of this hallucination, a fantasy of yours, then by all means, fuck it. And then I
And
charge
we'll
in.
poke his head out from.
Yeah,
We'll poke his head out from your head. He hold out a little scroll, dude. Say, "Terms are in the details, Sylvie. All you gotta do is sign."
Go back to hell, whatever. This is
Whatever.
not the time, and I charge
my
towards.
Oh, we can handle this, Sylvie. All you gotta do is just sign.
I charge towards Vierl. Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
and then you see him just flapping harder. He's like, "Yeah, guess not."
Yeah.
By the way, Sylvie, just so you know, there's a portal to hell in your hair that I'm able to pass through.
You should really get some shampoo for that.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah, you may. It's also, did you know you got a lot of nits in here? You may want to wash this hair more than once.
Yeah, I know.
And then he goes
I
back to
see.
saying,
Agree with Wormwood.
It's like, yeah.
I secretly agree with Wormwood, but I didn't say
Yeah,
that. And
I should wash
charge-
my hair.
Yeah, I charge
Alright.
towards Vierl, and I try to. What can I do though?
Attack
I
of
can't
opportunity,
really-
though?
I can't really try to kill him.
Yeah, you do provoke 3 attacks.
Yeah, can I use disengage as my action?
That,
Oh wait, I
you-
already
yes.
used my action. So
Yeah.
yeah, you know
Disengage.
what? I'm gonna use my bonus action to Misty Step. Fuck it.
Alright.
Yeah. So Misty Step out of the range, and I charge. I actually fly into the sky and charge towards Vierl.
Alright, so you fly towards Vierl.
Yeah.
And he's just standing there with the grin on his face, just waiting for you.
Yep. I'm about 50 feet high up in the sky. Catch
Mm.
me if you can. Yeah. That's it. That's the end
Don't
of my.
need to.
Oh wait, hold on. Shield Guardian. Shield Guardian is gonna charge through. Can he do quarterback
A foot-
charge? You know, just
Quarterback.
run through
Quarterback.
all the.
Absolutely, but he'll still provoke an opportunity attack.
Oh yeah, he's a shield guard. He's
Yeah,
fine.
he's Shield Guardian. He doesn't care. He just charged through and aimed towards Vierl to try to ram him into the wall.
Alright, he takes, then that means he would take 40 points of damage from the 2 opportunity attacks that hit him.
40 points? Okay. Alright.
Because each one does 20 points of damage.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So he takes 40 points, but he ends up next to Vierl. He can't ram him into the wall except as an action on his next turn.
Wait. Can he use an?
He used his action. He
Yeah,
used his action to
ram
get
him into the
through.
wall. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he used his action to get through. So on his
Move
next
30 feet up to Vierl. Move 30 feet away from them, and then move another 30 feet after Vierl.
Oh, okay. I get it. Okay. So
Yeah.
minus 40, and that's it. All right.
All right, Alexander. What do you do?
Alexander is going to. Okay, there's two things I could do. I can either think about Robyn. Think about if I could get Robyn. If I can get Robyn to Vierl, that might be able to snap him out of it. Don't know if that will work, but I have one other idea afterwards. Is there any
The
way?
kill and revivify trick?
No, I'm not doing that shit again.
That's a good trick, though.
No, I don't trust you anymore, Falcon. I don't trust you anymore.
Says this is
Yeah,
really
no,
not
that's a
good.
good idea. Yeah, you should totally do
You
that.
should not trust me.
You
I
should
Good.
don't trust you. Never again.
never.
But by the way, I did like that trick. Honestly, that was a good trick. I
That
liked
was a
it.
good trick. It was just it made perfect sense the way you handled it. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go with my first plan. Alexander is thinking that perhaps if I can get him out of this Black Academy, it might reduce the effect. I don't know. He's not thinking clearly, so he's going to run up to Vierl, provoking attacks of opportunity.
They've already made their attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, they already
okay,
used
cool.
their reaction thanks to Shield Guardian.
I'm gonna grab Vierl by the arm, and I'm gonna use Dimension Door.
Oh.
Am I
Dimension
willing?
door. Sorry?
I'm not willing, right? So
You are not
what
willing.
kind of- yeah.
Checks.
That would be a Wisdom saving throw.
And he has disadvantage. Yes.
Crap.
Yes.
Yep, so you are teleported outside. But as far as Vierl knows, he's still inside of that garden.
Oh no. Fuck. It's all in his head. It's all in his head.
So it's just him and me now.
Alright. Alright, so that's your turn then, Alex.
I guess I'm just looking at him like you are stronger than this, Vierl. Fight it.
Audaviator says, "Oh, we are stronger." We'll show you.
We'll kill you all.
And then you see another Vierl stabs the ground again. Another portal opens up behind you,
Nah.
and you see another one of these clones just pop out from behind you, Alex.
Alright.
Meanwhile, in the courtyard, Silvanna, you see a rabbit. She's poking the shadow double, and then she just sort of perks up and says, "Fluffy," and then she runs off through one of the doors.
Don't
You
worry,
little-
Fluffy will save the day. Fluffy's good. Don't worry.
All right,
I
Vierl,
am
what do you
so
do?
pissed right now.
So where am I?
Onwards.
You are right now standing outside. You're right now standing right next to Alex. You've got a copy of yourself behind him, so you're flanking him technically.
Alright, here's the thing. I just look at Alexander. Well, have fun. And I dimension door back to where everyone is. With Cape of Bounty back.
All right.
Like,
Well,
with the
actually, not with
Samoan-
Cape of Montebank, with Audaviator.
Yeah.
The sword has recharged itself.
Oh! Wait, yeah, I don't have my cape. Oh, yeah,
that's right.
that's
But
right.
the sword has recharged itself, so you are
Okay,
able
so-
to dimension door back.
Yeah, okay, but I want to be like 60 feet away from all my enemies.
Sounds good.
Okay, this time, doing the special thing you gave me, I
Oh,
can
yeah.
attack from 60 feet, right?
That's right.
Okay, so I'll attack Caira from where I am.
All right.
Alright, with Audaviator.
Oh no. What is this? Why?
All right. He can actually, with the Audaviator and his evil form, he can actually create a portal directly in front of him, and then the exit portal will be in front of his target, and he can stab you through that portal.
Amazing.
All right. So that's
Yep.
actually both of them actually hit her.
Fuck.
And then, for this one, I will cast Might
All right.
twice.
Seriously?
All right. Yeah. All right.
Oh my
Problem with that
god!
is that she is actually resistant to radiant damage.
Well, it still
Oh.
hurts.
It'll still hurt her, so she'll only take 18 points of damage from that. But she is
Viral's
still.
fucking pissed. He's like, I missed all these sessions. I'm gonna take my
Yeah.
patient out on Alex.
Oh yeah.
And as I
No.
go through the portal and attack her twice, I tell her, You try to repent for your sins, yet you hide behind the mask, and I just stab twice and exit from to the portal and where I am.
Yeah. Alright, so that would mean the doubles get to attack Silvanna. Well, 3 of them do.
Well, I'm up in the sky.
Alright,
50 feet up.
they can... 50 feet up, they can do the same thing that Vierl can.
Yeah, of course they can. They're clones.
Of course they can.
Alright, it's only the third one who actually hits you. You take 20 piercing damage and you need to make a constitution save.
Alright, and I
Alex is
just
not
found
here.
out, so the sword itself, it's not actual poison, it's more like magical poison, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, so the cloak, the robe actually has the effect to any other magical effects. Not the
Alright.
spells, against spells and other magical effects. That means I have advantage on saving throws.
Well, I mean, it's secreted magically,
Yeah, it is. Magical.
but it still counts as poison, though.
Yeah, so poison. I mean, alright, fine.
Well, make the Constitution save with advantage.
22. Yeah.
Hey, well, guess what? You didn't
No need.
Yeah.
Trying really hard to buy my way out.
So you see 12, you take a 12
Alright.
points of poison damage then.
Oh no! I'm
next-
gonna use something I never used before. The Finnish resilience to negate half of the poison damage.
6 poison damage.
Yeah.
Alright, that means you're in trouble.
I know.
I interpret that as you are in trouble. So the next the copy attacking on Alexander is just going to stab him, and Alice is going to block it.
Yeah, I just parry it.
Alright, next is Caira. She's just going to narrow her eyes, looking at Vierl. I wonder what she's going to do next.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Silvanna's idea. The only
Alright, so
way-
she's going to actually... She's actually going to cast Blade Barrier
Ooh.
to surround
That's
Vierl
nice.
and lock him down. Try to lock him down. So Vierl, you see like these spinning sword, like almost like swords of revealing light from Yu-Gi-Oh. Just stab into the ground and then they just start spinning like little buzz saws, and you're surrounded by a wall of them.
Nice. Yu-Gi-Oh! Swords.
But the wall is 20 feet high and 5 feet thick.
Mm.
And it completely surrounds you. It's about to a radius of about 5 feet out. So
I just look at Caira. It's like, this won't stop me.
she says, "Oh, trust me, it's going to permanently stop you." And she walks close. She walks closer to you,
Oh,
30 feet closer.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Next is Silvanna.
I'm gonna fly near Vierl. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, and I'm gonna cast Polymorph. And before I cast it, I said, let's hope turning you into a dumb goldfish, which is your same intelligence level right now, will kick some sense into your nut skull. Yeah, and then just cast Polymorph.
Make
He has disadvantage to that.
all right.
Oh my god.
Wait, is your spell save? Wait, your spell save DC is 20, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Make a wisdom save with disadvantage.
Come on.
I doubt this is gonna. We'll see.
Yes!
Nope, I'm a
It looks like Audaviator is growing out of a goldfish. Actually.
Yep. I was like, whew. Whew. All right.
All right.
Yeah. And, well, he's suffocating, for one, because he's turned into a goldfish, and...
God damn it.
Oh,
Yep.
sorry.
Why are you saying these things, Silvanna?
Next, that's your turn then.
My turn?
No, Silvanna.
Silvanna. So Silvanna's turn.
Is that your turn then?
yeah.
No, not yet. How far am I away from him?
You're about 50 feet above him.
Alright, that's the closest I can get. Fuck, why did I... fuck. Anyway. Mistakes been made.
It's fine.
Mistakes
Just-
been
don't worry.
made.
I think the goldfish idea is not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Alright, I'm gonna have... What can I do right now? I can't dump in... Oh. maybe. Can I? All right, let's do this. The Shield Guardian. How far is it away from it?
It's about.
60
I would
feet?
put it about 60 feet away from you. But Vierl is surrounded by swords, and Caira would suggest you don't walk into that.
Okay. So the Shield Guardian came near me.
Mhm.
Yeah. So. Yeah, just make.
Using the dash, it'll have to use the dash action to get close to you.
Yeah, just get close. That's it.
All right.
Fuck.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I can do.
All right.
Oh, the Shield Guardian
Vierl.
will be. Oh yeah, the Shield Guardian dash. Sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
Shield Guardian dash. Vierl. One of your shadow doubles walks 30 feet and then misty steps 30 feet inside of the blade barrier. It kneels down and touches you, and then you polymorph back to normal, and it turns into a fish.
Counters.
Wait, isn't it Alexander's turn?
It's out of. Oh, sorry. It's yeah. That
it's
would be
Alexander's
Alexander's
turn.
turn then. wouldn't
Yeah, I
it?
was gonna say,
Sorry.
aren't I? No, that's
Yeah. Sorry, I made a mistake there. It's Alistair's
okay.
turn.
Well, I'm assuming I'm outside anyway, so I have to get inside.
Yep. You have to get inside. You're about. That puts you about 450 feet away from all of this.
Yeah, 450 feet. Yeah,
Good job with the
right.
dimension door, by the way.
Yeah, I'll take that L. That's all right.
Oh, no.
I will dimension door back.
Oh no.
I have returned.
All right, so you go.
Alright.
You just dimension door back.
Okay. What? There's so I can't do anything.
You can go sprinting away as fast as you can.
Yeah, I can run away. Yeah, that's what Alexander's gonna.
You can run away.
Alexander's gonna try and focus on clones. See if he can maybe whittle that down. He's gonna attack a clone. Oh wait, no, I used my action, so I can't actually do it. So Alexander's gonna walk up to a clone. Just stay put.
Yeah, the clone is right next to you.
Okay. I just stare at it with all the anger and
Deadeye
hate.
ready.
Yeah. And hey, that's a quick turn because that's all I can do.
Yep.
All right.
It.
Okay. Here's a
wait.
meme. Here's a little meme for you.
Oh no.
Oh, just for me?
Oh,
Yeah.
run away. This is good. This is amazing.
All right. So that'll be your turn, Vierl. One of your clones is going to walk up. He's going to try to misty step through the barrier to get to you.
I can't use. No.
You would.
I was
You
trying
can't
to use
counterspell. You're 50
counterspell,
feet
but I
away.
can't. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It's going to kneel down. It's going to look up at you, Silvanna, and say, "You never do learn, do you?"
And so
And
it's my
gonna
turn
kneel
now.
down. Yeah, it's going to kneel down. It's going to take the polymorph from you. So the clone turns into a fish, and you pop back into normal, but you're prone.
All right, I stand up and
All right, that's half your movement.
I look at my shades and point to Silvanna. Get her, and then I dimension door out, and then on top of Silvanna and attack her.
Oh, all right. So Silvanna, Vierl is now piggybacking you, and he is going to stab you with Audaviator.
All right.
Can I say?
Like you say, you just have that magnetic personality.
Can I say? I'm so low.
All right, what's the damage, buddy?
And I'm gonna sneak attack with that.
All right.
And this is the one that doesn't have resistance to smite.
Oh, I have. All right. Yeah, I don't have resistance. Oh, I have everything. No, I don't have.
Yeah. I am immune to damage. I win the game. All right, so you take, let's see, 30, 45 plus 47, over 92 points of damage.
Holy
She's
shit.
unconscious.
I'm not.
You're unconscious.
Am I gonna die? Hold on, 90.
No, it has to be double your maximum to die.
So you're unconscious, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm
And this is spread out over 2 separate attacks, so you are unconscious and you fall to the ground. And Vierl, I need you to make an
hold on.
acrobatics check.
47. That's magical. So because of
Yeah.
smite, so that will
Mhm.
be 20. How much? 47.
23.
23. 23 plus.
That's
I'm
still
out. I'm
40.
Out. Yeah, I'm still out.
55, 68 damage, punch of damage.
Yeah, I'm still out.
Total. So you're still down. So I need Vierl to make an acrobatics check.
I fall.
All right.
All right, yeah, you land. When Silvanna crashes hard into the ground, you just tumble and stand up
the
straight.
Shield Guardian grabs me because he. Oh no, he can't. Yeah, no, never
Yeah,
mind.
he
I
can't.
just fall to the ground, unconscious.
You hit the ground hard, and Vierl just tumbles. He just stands up straight. Caira sees that she's just gonna she's gonna hold her sword in front of her. What's she gonna do now? She's got. Check something here.
Jesus.
All right, she's going to go up to you, Vierl, and she's going to attempt. Hang on, is that touch? Let me see.
Wait, my shades do anything, or was it the one when I got saved from polymorph? Was the action?
The one did that. The other shades were going to attack Silvanna, but now they're just moving to surround Caira. They're not actually going to attack.
All right, gotcha.
The one with Alexander is just going to just follow him doggedly.
Yeah.
It's not going to attack him. Caira is going to cast try to cast remove curse on you, Vierl. See what that will do.
I thought that didn't work.
You didn't cast it on him.
No. I thought you said it's unlikely
That it wouldn't
curse
work.
before.
I'm gonna laugh so hard
if it's remove curse.
That's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it's a madness inflicted by the Shadowfell.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, that's
so-
real, right? All right. So Vierl, you let's see. It only works on a willing. You're not willing, so I'd like you to make a charisma saving throw against Caira's spell save DC.
7.
Hell
nice.
no.
Nope. You can luck your way out of it if you like.
All right.
Don't you have luck?
Yeah.
All right, then let's see if you can luck your way out
It
of it.
doesn't matter.
No. No, Caira just walks up to you. She does almost like a Shadow of Mordor style brand move on you.
Obey my command.
Man.
And just grabs your.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Now, Vierl, you tell me. Was that enough to cure your was a remove curse spell enough to cure your madness?
Oh. Hold on.
That face. No space.
Oh, okay. This is this is a pivotal moment because it's
Yeah.
gonna affect.
Well,
The outcome.
because you told me that some stuff happened in between,
Yeah, it's some very disturbing
Jake.
illusions. Like for you, I
So-
suppose you believe. Actually, the reason why Audaviator was able to charge is because the illusions were able to make you guys believe that many days had passed.
Oh,
Oh,
so
wow,
if you trick
that's
Audaviator into thinking days have passed, that means we can recharge faster. That's amazing.
So
Either
you,
that or time,
new way.
was warped within the academy. You don't know which.
Yeah, it could
As
be a
far as you're
combination. It
concerned-
could be a combination of both.
Yeah.
be
I suppose you're concerned though. You've been in there for over 3 months,
Yeah.
just
Oh.
fighting off constant fighting, eating rats and spiders.
Oh, snap.
Oh.
So
I
Ron
don't-
almost
very
died before eating rats.
so
You
here's
had
the
a hard
thing.
life.
Yeah.
I think even without the Shadowfell egging me to become, insane,
Edgelord.
just 3 months of that hell would make Vierl insane. That's how
Yeah.
I would conclude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I was attempting to remove curse to try to at the very least, try to suppress
Mm-hmm.
the madness
Yeah.
long enough for her to try to see try to diagnose what's wrong and cure it. So again, is it suppressed or cured, or does it not work at all?
It's your
I would
call.
say suppressed, but it's still there.
Yeah. All right, then
That's probably
your
the-
eyes temporarily clear up,
Then
and as
so,
that happens, you see the shadow copies of you just vanish.
Yeah, and I'm
so what's
still
my
under-
current situation if it's suppressed?
Currently, you're more like you just feel very sleepy. Really, you just want to lie down and wait for this stuff to all go away.
Okay, after I stab Silvanna, I grab my head, my eyes are flickering from red, yellow and then back to normal. I kneel to the ground. What's happening?
Audaviator is also flickering between the colors. Let's see if Caira can actually. Let's see if Caira can actually diagnose what's wrong with you.
Well, greater restoration helps. I mean, don't
No, I think we need calm emotions, but I'm not a bard. If I had calm emotions, I
I
could
don't
do something.
have that as well.
Silvanna, I need you to make a death save.
Yep, definitely.
Oh fuck!
I heard you. The save. Natural 20.
You regain
Oh,
one
you
hit
raised
point.
it.
Yeah,
You
I
regain a hit point when you wake up.
leap off the ground, reverting to 1 hit point. And I see
You wake up,
Vierl,
but that's
like,
your turn right there. You're still lying on the ground. You're like, oh hey, I'm back. And then you see Vierl.
It was like, Vierl! Yeah. I
Alright,
thought I
next up
speak
is-
like that, but in reality, Silvanna's like, Vierl.
Yeah, Alexander, you keep run. You are unaware. You're still jogging towards the academy.
No,
But when
No,
you-
I've dimension doored in. That was my last.
Yeah.
That was my
So you
last.
dimension door and you saw everything that's happened.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what do you do?
Shit. Do I have any inkling that how long that's going to last? That suppression.
5 minutes at most.
Okay. Well, now I can actually do the plan, which is get Vierl the hell out of here. So I'm going to grab him in his sleepy state, say, Vierl, I think we found a way to suppress the torment that is going through your mind right now. I'm going to do everything I can to get you back to the way you were.
Yeah, Vierl, as far as you can tell, this is just another illusion, but you feel so sleepy. So you're just like, yeah, you know, as long as I can sleep, I'll just go along with this.
And so wait, like, what do you mean by sleepy? Like, I just want to fall asleep.
Yeah, it's like, imagine like you've been up for like almost 24 hours. You just want to go to bed, but you're like, no one's letting you.
So drowsy, essentially.
You're just basically
Yeah,
drowsy, like you're
Yeah.
nodding off occasionally, like they have to shake you awake.
Mhm.
Okay, I like Vierl just looks up to Alexander with such a sorrowful look, and says, "How many times will you make me relive through this same thing again and again, killing my friends again and again and again?
Oh
Just make it stop, please."
I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it, Vierl. Please, just let me fix it. And I'm going to look at Silvanna, and I'm going to look at Caira, and say, we're going to get out of here now. We are going to get out of here now.
no.
All right, we'll deal with Sophia later. If
All
this is a
right.
way to suppress, then we can get him out. And I'm going to
bleeding
grab
on the
on.
floor. I can't argue with that.
Yeah,
Those are
yeah.
awesome arguments.
I'm
and I can't argue. with
I'm
that.
gonna grab Vierl, and
Mhm.
I'm going to dimension door out once again.
No.
Now that
Alright.
he is in a suppressed state.
Okay. On Viral's turn,
Oh, no. Fuck.
on Viral's turn, what happens is you hear another window break, and then you see Silvanna and Caira see this enormous spider about the size of a small horse. Really bad. It's big, it's hairy, it's like a giant hairy blue and white tarantula. And it lands on the ground, and Robyn is riding. It's like, Fluffy's here to help! Where'd he go?
This is like the idea. It's like, all right, don't worry. Robyn will come in, have a comedic moment where she'll save Fluffy, and that will be that. And then it's like, Vierl's not even here.
Yeah, she's going to come in with Fluffy to try to save the day, but nope.
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 All right, so yeah, Caira's just going to point outside, and then she's going to actually reach down, grab Silvanna, do like the fireman's carry, and then go running out.
No, not the stomach. It hurts so bad.
All right.
All right. Oh, by the way, Vierl, since
Yes.
I accidentally skipped your turn, what are you going to do? You're kind of just hanging there.
Constitution save
Like-
on not trying not to fall asleep.
I mean, that could
Yeah.
work.
That's actually a good one.
Sure.
Yeah, make a con save to see if you can avoid falling asleep.
I fall asleep.
Yep, your
I-
your
before-
unrelated
before-
narcolepsy takes over.
Yeah.
and
Or
you
I fall
pass
asleep,
out.
so
You pass out.
it's like,
Alex, you don't know what. You can slap him awake, Alex, if you get to it, if you want.
Okay.
You can use an action to slap him up.
Well,
slap
what
him
I
awake.
am going to do is I'm going to cast 3rd level remove curse to keep the timer up.
Oh,
All
nice.
right. That's basically just it'll wake him up, but it'll also reset the clock. as
Reset
it
the
were.
clock. That's
So,
what I
so
wanna
that means
do.
5 minutes. You get another 5 minutes instead of like the 4 minutes and like 2 seconds you had. It's back to 5 minutes.
Okay, I think I have an idea now that he's in a stable state.
All right. So,
Okay.
Silvanna, you said you weren't really doing anything on your turn? Because currently Fireman's carrying you out, and the Shield Guardian is following like a loyal dog.
I'm gonna sit to Caira and just place me onto the Shield Guardian.
All right. She's like, all right. So she turns up, she spins around. As she does, she takes you off of her shoulders and grabs you by the ankles, spins again, and throws you at the Shield Guardian, which catches you.
Nice.
You're like, yeah, thank you.
God, falling doesn't do damage, or else I'll be dead again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try this. Can I strain myself to cure myself? I'm all out of spell slots, but can I?
What are you gonna do?
Can I cure myself?
Like a medicine check to kind of like
No,
heal up
it's
some
more
of
like casting cure wounds. But can I strain myself?
Absolutely, yeah.
into
On
doing
yourself.
that? Okay.
If you can cast Cure Wounds on yourself, you certainly can do that.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna strain myself and go beyond and cast cure wounds. Yeah. That will be a 1st level strain. 5 points. So, at least it seals up a little bit.
heals up a little. Is it my turn? Can I attempt to do what I want to do?
It is your turn now.
Okay, I'm assuming we're in like the woods or some place.
You're on the flatlands outside of the academy.
I'm going to put Vierl against like a tree or something like that.
Actually, in this case, it's a rock.
It's a rock? Okay, against a rock. I put him down and I say, okay. Is Silvanna nearby?
Silvanna is not nearby. You can see Caira, Silvanna, and all them just running out of the academy right now.
Fuck. I need your hex. That's the issue.
The hex.
He's still hexed.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
still
is he
hexed.
still
Hex is not a concentration. It
Oh,
just
for
lasts
wisdom?
For
For
8
wisdom?
hours.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's still hexed on
perfect.
wisdom.
Perfect. I'm gonna, in his sleepy state, I'm gonna grab onto Vierl's head and just say, listen to me. I know you're under a lot of pain and a lot of suffering, and I don't know how much they've put you through. But you are Vierl Lakewood. You're the bravest and strongest and most honest man that I have ever met, and I will not let this plane of hell and torment take you. And I'm going to cast Gaius on him.
What?
Okay.
What does that do? That's a new.
All right, so you're going to try to compel him to act in a certain way.
I am.
Ooh,
All right.
Nice. What's the spell save DC?
That's gas, not gas.
Gas.
Gas. Yeah.
Gas.
Well, I think Gaius sounds cool. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Time to put some magical command. It must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the duration. So, Vierl, you need to make a wisdom save with disadvantage.
all right.
He makes it.
God.
And he's just like,
Sometimes where I don't need to make the save, I make it.
Yeah.
he just waves you off. He's like, just let me sleep.
Can I actually
Alright.
say something different?
All right, yeah, go ahead.
So as you try to do something for me, like the ritual, I just look at you and say, if you're just going to keep lying to me, just kill me already.
Oh,
All right, we're actually now out of initiative.
I know.
There you go.
So, so what's going to happen is ahead of the pack, Robyn comes up with Fluffy.
Yeah. All right, Fluffy, save the day.
Yeah, Vierl, you see something that your illusion that these hellish illusions have never shown you. It's a spider that comes up to you and immediately starts nuzzling you. It's like it's a nightmare, trust me.
Mm-hmm.
But this is at least different. And Robin's like, see, I named it Fluffy. Can I keep it, Vierl? Please. I promised to house train it.
Are you seriously running out of tricks to put in your illusion?
She thinks for a moment and says, "No, I don't think so."
And I look at him and I say, there is no illusion on any plane of existence that could recreate her. You know this.
I just fall asleep.
Yeah, you fall asleep. When you do, Robin's going to get off of Fluffy, and she's going to actually open up your mouth and look inside.
Oh, nice.
She's going to say, well, he still has that little bag hanging thingy in the back of his mouth, so that's good.
Oh, the poison
God.
glands. Oh,
God
no.
damn it.
God damn it.
There's a
What?
hanging thing, like
No, it's the uvula. She doesn't know what it's called.
Yeah.
Oh, that. For a moment, I
Yes.
thought that there was like a brainwashing chip underneath
No.
his tongue or something like
No,
that.
she sees the uvula hanging there. She's like, oh, at least he still has that.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
good.
So
We appear to be at an. I can prolong it. I have a bunch of third level spells that I can use, but
that means you won't be able to sleep.
Do you have greater restoration prepared?
Yeah.
I do not. I don't even think I have greater rest.
Actually, I think as a paladin you can get it.
See,
Is that automatic gets it?
here's another thing. Could I attempt to use my cleansing touch?
Cleansing touch. Oh, that's actually a good one.
Yeah, that's
One
really
sec, please. Just give me a moment.
Just to see if that might help.
No, you don't get greater restoration. But you can try to use your cleansing touch if you wish.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to use cleansing touch and see if that can help him now that he's asleep.
And what does that do?
Well, that's the thing. Is that you use your action to spell on yourself or on one willing creature that you touch. But I know this isn't a spell. I'm trying to use this in a calming
Converted
method.
way to make it better.
Unless the only way that I can think that we fix this is if we get him out of the
Shadowfell.
The Shadowfell. So now I'm gonna look at. Wait. Okay, I have an idea. Is Audaviator is still with us? Correct.
Yeah. And yeah.
Is it possible that someone else could attune to it and attempt to use plane shift?
Robyn could.
Nice. Just
There we go.
let Robyn. Oh no.
Yeah.
Because Robin's in Lakewood, so she can attune to it without any problems.
Yeah, but
Okay.
someone need to tell her to be precise. I don't want to end up in some.
I would literally want to be anywhere else if it means saving Vierl right now. So
if you really want to go to Nine Hell, by accident, by all means, someone needs to give the girl a stray.
We don't have that kind of time because I'm thinking
Robyn is gently trying to pull Audaviator out. You can see that the crystal growths that are growing inside of his arm are just slowly retracting as she's pulling it out. She's like, yeah, man.
Robyn. No, I do look at Robyn and I. Do you think that you can do this? You just have to think of home. Think of. I don't want to say home because that's probably a fucking pile of dust.
No.
Okay.
Robyn's thinking for a moment. She says, home. Ooh, home. Home.
Oh no.
Which home do you mean?
What?
What are the two homes? I asked.
Our home at Hammerfest.
Yeah, home in the
Hammerfest.
It was
Hammerfest.
but it was burned to the ground when Caira attacked. I remember that.
Well, that would
And
probably be
hitting at me. That wasn't fun.
I look at her and I say, I think
But Ravenloft was my home during that time, and then you saved me, and Ezzy's wagon was my home.
Lakewood Keep.
Castle.
Let's go to Lakewood Keep.
No, Lakewood Keep is probably smoldering. If Kasumi,
to go back to the keep. I want to.
I don't want us to end in a freaking. I don't want us. I'm. By the way, I'm using another third level spell to keep the timer going. I don't want us to land in Lakewood Keep, and it is a smoldering ruin, and God knows what is there waiting for us.
And Robyn casts plane shift from Audaviator.
Yep. Shit. Okay.
Yeah. End of discussion. I'm going where.
And you guys are back in your little. You guys are in your little village. And she brought Fluffy with her.
Oh, so
you're in your little village. You're in front of the. It's nighttime. Lakewood Keep still stands.
Okay.
And you see
sorry. Yeah.
and you see that you're actually in front of the tavern. And
so
Robyn,
no sign of attack. No burn.
no sign of attack.
No
No.
one dies.
And Robyn just looks at you and says, I hope this is okay. I was feeling a little hungry. Come on, Fluffy, let's go get something to eat. And she hops on the spider's back.
Yeah, I'm like,
And he goes into as he goes into the tavern, like you hear all the conversation inside cease for a moment, and then the
giant
screaming,
spider
everyone
just
goes,
rolls up.
yeah, then everyone just like goes jumping out the windows, stampeding out the door.
All right, as that is going on, I'm just looking at Vierl. Does he look like he's gotten better at all?
He looks like he's sleeping a little more peacefully now. He just now that the Shadowfell isn't pressing down on him, he's just relaxed.
Okay, so we're gonna
into the anti-magic zone.
Well, first we're gonna go back. Does the keep look like it's still standing? I'm assuming.
Yeah, the keep is still standing.
All right, I'm gonna carry Vierl into the keep right away.
All right, when you do, Solomon is there waiting. Solomon comes in. He's waiting for you. Says, "Well, I'd like to welcome you all back. It's been a week."
I figured as much. It's okay. I'm sorry. There's so much to talk and tell, and Vierl was under a lot of stress. We had to get out of the Shadowfell. I think something happened to him.
Vierl has been overcome by the Shadowfell's despair. It happens sometimes. It is a few days in the natural world will cure him.
Okay, that's good to know. I need.
Hold on, Alex. Dump him into the anti-magic zone. That would probably calm things down.
Okay, all right. And Solomon, get someone. Actually, I'm gonna walk over. I'm dumping 90 pool of healing into you, Silvanna. And after I heal up Silvanna, I just say, I need you to give me an update on something.
He says, what is it?
Heinkel and Kasumi. Are they here?
He says, no, they and Kaz went out to go kill a few undead. Why? They went out about 2 days ago. Why do you ask?
Okay, where did they go? What direction did they head?
He said, to the northwest. Why, again, what's wrong?
I think that they perished because I found their moving corpses in the Shadowfell.
He says, he nods and says, well. He says, then I suppose if you want to go looking for them, you've got a lot of ground to cover.
I know, I do. But I need to make sure that Vierl is okay before I can leave.
Yeah. When you go check on Vierl, you see that Visoka has come in. She has not asked what was wrong with Vierl. She can clearly see that her husband is in a great deal of trouble, so she's just saying that she's just petting his head.
Yep.
So just like keeping an eye on him.
Okay.
So if something happens, she'll let you know.
Alexander is going to pull a chair and just sit in the room.
Yeah.
He's not gonna leave.
All right.
I'm actually going back to my study and prepare to trance.
Yeah. All right. So Vierl sleeps for a good 12 hours. It's about 8 in the morning the next day when he finally wakes up.
All
right. So Vierl.
Okay.
You guys can talk.
Are you scrying him,
No,
Silvanna?
I'm scrying Heinko and Kasumi, actually.
You don't actually see that. You just try to scry and you just see darkness.
Yeah.
You don't know what that means. There's somewhere that's too dark for you to see, or
there's no dark is too dark for me to see. I have Devil's Sight, so I can see in magical darkness as well.
You don't know if something that can defeat magical darkness. There are you've read about some very high level abilities that are able to do that.
Yeah, so I'm thinking they might be blocked from.
Or something is blocking your scry. You don't know what.
Got it.
Okay.
All right.
Is Vierl waking up?
Yeah, Vierl is slowly just waking up, and when he does, Visoka immediately just throws herself on top of him and just hugs him tightly. And she whispers, "I will never let you go, ever."
As I wake up and realize where I am,
Yeah.
So
This is not an illusion. They
Yeah.
have not been able. They tried doing this several times, but you are able to pick out the flaws in the illusion. This is not. So you can tell this is not an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like, but then like, is Alexander in the room?
Oh,
yeah.
Alexander
Yes,
is in the
yes.
room.
I'm not.
I'll say for fun purposes, he is in an state of exhaustion and he is half asleep,
Yeah.
sitting in a chair nearby.
Okay, like if you're to see this, Vierl's eyes just suddenly like, from being sleepy to wide awake, as like visions of everything that happened in the keep suddenly rush back into him, and his hands start shaking as Vasilica's like hugging him, and
Yeah.
he grabs her hand slowly and pushes her away and says, Don't go near me," and I just start running. I run outside the room.
Yeah, and it's the keep. It's everything you remember. This is
Okay,
not an illusion. You're fairly
No, it's
certain
not.
this isn't.
It's more of I don't want them to go near me
Yeah,
because I might
know
hurt
what it
them.
feels.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to the highest of the keep, so probably the
Alright.
tower. Yeah, up high.
Yeah, it's a cloudy day outside.
Yeah.
Overcast. You think it might rain soon?
I just take in a deep breath and
Yeah.
just. I know this doesn't work, but I'm getting my hopes up, so yeah, I'm trying to scry again. Try to
Alright.
see what...
Try to scry them again.
Yeah.
You get again nothing but darkness.
All right.
When you run out your room, you see that Caira is leaning against the wall. And she says, "I bet you're feeling pretty guilty right now, aren't you?"
What, me?
No,
the Vierl.
Vierl.
Okay.
Like as she sees me running around the like hallway.
Mm-hmm.
She sees you. No, she sees you just burst out the door, and then she says that, and just like startles you. You see that she's just leaning against the wall next to the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I just keep running.
Yeah.
Just runs away.
Like nowhere particular. I'm just running away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're gonna like run outside of the keep.
Yeah, most likely.
You do. You see Silvanna is sitting on the roof. She appears to be concentrating on a spell.
Yeah.
You're not sure what she's doing.
And then
She's a spell. She's a trick.
Yeah, and then I break out of the trance, and I was like, because the
Yeah, just in time to see Vierl go just sprinting away.
Yeah. I was like, for crying out loud, what is happening right now? And I change form, and I start following him.
All right, Vierl, as you go through the town, you notice it's actually a pretty quiet day. You're not sure there's not many people on the street. Some of them just occasionally look at you like, what's he doing? And then they just shrug and go back.
We're running in pajamas, so yeah.
Yeah, basically. You look back at the keep, and then when you turn back, you actually run like right into this tall masked person in a robe.
Boom.
Sorry.
Yeah, he just looks at you and says, "If you get a moment, can you go find Alexander and tell him I'd like to speak with him?"
Who are you?
He says, "I'm someone who can offer a little insight into what happened to Heinkel and Kasumi."
What happened to them?
He says, "I would like to tell Alexander as well. So if you please get him, I will happily reveal all."
Like I nod, but like he puts his hand behind his back, not for like a pleasant gesture, but more of he's trying to stop his hands from shaking. And I'll lead you. And then he just leads him back to the keep.
All right. He's standing in the grand foyer. Alexander, I'm assuming you've come downstairs right now.
Well, no, I'm actually still in Vierl's room.
You're probably asleep.
I'm half asleep because I spent like 6 hours with the Ahsoka trying to stay awake.
Yeah. What happens is from downstairs, someone comes up to you. Comes up and says, Alexander. Anderson.
Yes.
Sorry, but there's someone here to speak with you. He says he knows what happens to Heinkel and Kasumi. That wakes you up.
Yeah, that wakes me up. I burst out of the door and I go running towards where he said to go.
All right, you go down. And he says, you see that the downstairs is mostly empty. As you go to the door, we see that there's like some of the people who live in the castle are just kind of like peeking out and say, "Yeah, that hooded guy gives me the creeps."
I'm getting real worried that it's another turning person because it's big round armor. So
he's not wearing armor. He's just wearing a robe.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, when you go to him, he just looks at you and says, "Alexander Anderson, you're a little shorter than I expected, but then I haven't really seen you in a long time."
Oh God! I look at him and I say, "Who are you? What do you know about Heiko and Kasumi?"
He thinks for a moment and says, "Well, first I am entirely aware of the power that Audaviator possesses, so I'm not going to give you my real name. I'm not going to be called to you like a trained dog.
Fair enough.
Second, so if you wish to call me by a name, you can call me Zan."
Zan? Okay. Okay.
All right. He says, we have met before. It's just you just probably don't recognize me."
You have a place that we met before?
He says, "Of course. We faced off in Moyle, although I was only a skull at the time."
What the fuck is one of the Morning Knights? Holy shit.
He pulls off, and you recognize the face of the demi-lich that you faced in Moyle.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the demi.
He says, "I just came here mostly to thank you. You see, to restore a lich from a demi-lich, you have to feed the phylactery a soul, and, well, you gave me two." And he tosses Kasumi's cracked and broken sword and Heinkel's smashed glasses frames at your feet. And then as an afterthought, he tosses a small bag that clinks when it lands in the pile.
Oh no.
Do I check the bag?
Yeah, you check the bag. When you open the bag up, you see that it contains three rusted, bent, very old, very decrepit copper coins. And Jan just sarcastically says, "For services rendered. I've never been able to come back if it wasn't for you."
So
I'd like you to make an Arcana check.
I'm
Yeah, this is disbelief. I'd like you to make an Arcana check,
This
Alexander.
is so much.
Make an Arcana check.
I'm
please.
making an Arcana check. All right.
Am I there as well?
Yes, you can make an
lead
Arcana
him,
check too if you
so
like.
You're definitely there.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
probably do that as well because I follow you guys.
You follow them. All right, Vierl. You and Silvanna know the truth. When a soul is fed to a lich's phylactery is destroyed, nothing can bring them back, except for divine intervention. And you don't think Bahamut's going to intervene with all the chaos that's currently happening. So as far as you're concerned, Heinkel and Kasumi aren't gone for good.
Yep. That's about right.
And that's where we'll stop for the night.
Holy
boy.
Holy shit.
And meanwhile, the academy is kind of just like sees that you guys got away, and she's just like, "Oh well, there's always next time."
Man, I was really tempted to say that remove curse didn't work on me. I was really tempted, but
Well, I mean that
Yeah,
if
right.
you had said that the curse hadn't been like in a suppressive state, I would have attempted to cut off your hand and literally dimension door you out again and
That
be
would have
like,
been. I would say that would have been an interesting parallel to Caira because she had to
Yeah.
rip her own hand off.
yeah, that would be my only plan because basically you could essentially escape me every single time as long as you have Audaviator. So
Yeah.
I was like, well,
yeah.
We can't
if this
dump into
if this-
anywhere. So yeah.
So here's my question. So I obviously you don't need to tell me if you don't have to, but so the demi-lich, we killed the demi-lich, correct?
Yeah, and then he resurrected because of the phylactery.
Of the phylactery,
So
but
what gives him
we don't know.
Yeah.
But we don't know. So I'm assuming that Heinkel and Kasumi and the
Possibly Kaz.
possibly Kaz went to go undead fighting, and
Mhm.
they went to go to this phylactery, died near it, and then got absorbed into it.
Mhm.
You're actually the only way you can get stuck inside of a phylactery is if someone casts an imprisonment spell and chooses the phylactery.
Oh no.
Okay.
Ooh.
They were definitely murdered.
So somebody has killed them and fed them to the phylactery to bring Zan back.
Okay.
So now, who did that and why?
Who did that and why?
You're gonna wait. That'll be revealed next week.
That will be revealed next week. That's
We
that's
can
interesting.
finally just like start cranking this finale into overdrive.
Holy shit! Oh, it's probably Meph or the vampire god who probably did that.
I would also like to first give you guys experience.
Hey,
What you did for what you guys did. First for Vierl, for beating the doppelganger in one turn.
Nice.
I just really want to say it was fun killing you guys.
I know.
We gotta do PvP more
we
often.
could tell. Well, you said, "Oh, I should roll a bunch of extra damage because Alexander's part god, right?" And I'm like, "Wow, that's awesome! Vierl really wants me to die."
That's dark.
100 XP for Vierl for killing the doppelganger single-handed.
No, that was well done. You played that so well, Vierl.
Yeah,
Well done.
Really.
Yeah, that was well done. He got inspiration.
Yeah.
For that roleplay. That was well done.
Yeah, you get to be mean and badass at the same time, so that's awesome.
So now I need to figure out what is next is for Silvanna and Alexander for killing undead Heinkel and Tasumi.
I wish I didn't get that experience, but
Well, actually, no. I'm choosing not to.
I'm sorry?
I'm choosing not to. The experience for Hanko Kasumi, I'm not taking it.
No, you got no choice in this.
yeah,
What do you mean I don't have any
XP
choice?
is like unchoosable.
Damn it! This is not fair.
You're gonna even feel even worse. You both get 12,000 experience for that.
12,000? Okay.
God.
Yeah, that's a lot of experience.
Yeah.
Yep, 12,000.
12,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
42.
You will remember that as you level up. As you march through these final levels, you will always remember you got there partly by killing Heinkel and Kasumi's undead form.
Yeah,
Well,
great.
Dang, I must be really behind now.
Well,
I'm actually
And,
happy we killed them because it's them or us. I mean, they are undead. They're not.
No, they were already dead. So
Yeah.
once Alexander, for a moment I was thinking, well, Alexander, is there any way that I can do anything from this form? But no, they were already dead.
Yeah, they
that
were
was
already
just
dead.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
That was
can't
How many
even
XP did I
resurrect
gain?
them. Yeah.
Last session?
I'm sorry? Oh, right. I forgot. They're elemental
Well, he
damage.
leveled up
Got it.
already, right?
Yeah, you leveled up.
So-
Yeah, you
Yeah.
already got the experience to level up.
Yeah, but how much was it? Because I am not sure how much I went over.
Before
It was enough to level you up.
well, no. Basically, yeah, I was gonna say just
just minus the 12,000. That's the 230,998. Yeah, we were
yeah, because
at
that
this
was that
level. Yeah.
because you both were at the same level. I'm the only one
Yeah.
that's up because of the death.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that was fine. Yeah, it was updated.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, and then for the PvP fight, for being such good sports and doing it so well, each of you gets 18,000 experience.
18,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy mo! I think I'm level 19 then. I think.
Good.
I'm not too sure.
Nice. We're gonna need it.
I'm gonna.
You will need it.
I know. I know.
Do I get any bonus for knocking Silvanna unconscious?
Yeah, actually, you will.
Yeah.
Give me a moment
It's
to
It's not
figure
a
out how
fair
much.
fight, though. It's not a fair fight.
It was totally a fair fight.
Well, if
Totally a fair fight.
no.
Yeah.
I was saying, if Vierl can always do what he did last round,
He
like,
can't. That was just stuff for the fight, for the purpose of the fight, to make him a
come
more
on,
challenging
you
enemy.
Gave him the ability.
Of course he did. Of course.
Yeah.
Vierl, here's what you get: 2,900 as a bonus for taking out Silvanna on the shot.
Oh my god.
It's not a fair fight. Not a fair
this-
fight.
This was one of the best sessions.
Yeah.
It was up there.
So much plot dropping.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Man,
Much dropping.
Man, Vierl. Come on, man.
That was great.
Actually, be happy you didn't go up against Sophia without Vierl.
Well, that was the thing. There was
Yeah.
no way. There was no way because so gone that like the mission was not. Obviously, this was because the
This
only
is
other
a
thing I could
rescue
have thought.
mission, basically.
Mm.
It's not a
Yeah.
take on Sophia kind of mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I will admit, I have to. That was hilarious about the Bartimaeus showing up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
the
I just thought, you know what? Let's tie that thread up for
Yeah.
you.
All right, cool. If you want to send me some more messages of like any more details about what has happened to Bartimaeus that you feel that you can give me, just send it to me over Discord, just so that
All right, yeah.
if
Well,
I
I
have
don't
to,
think he'll
if I
show
have
up.
to.
I honestly don't think he'll show up again.
Okay,
Really?
that's good.
But he
So
is.
He's such a fun
But
guy.
yeah, he's. Yeah, that's what's happened.
Oh, I know.
He's just back. Just know that he survived, and he's currently having his happy ending by adventuring with Julius and Hannah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
exactly.
are good folks. There are.
I can just imagine this is like a spin-off campaign from
So many
someone
good
that
characters.
someone that made the character of Neville just died. So I have to roll up a new character, and then look at that, I rolled up Bartimaeus.
I rolled up Bartimaeus.
Yeah.
It was nice to play him for a little. That was
One last hurrah.
Yeah.
Now, what exactly do I call this session?
You call this session clusterfuck.
No, I was gonna say
Yeah.
because it have to be like
Something related to Vierl's problem.
I was gonna say inner demons
Yeah,
or something.
Let me actually see if I actually use that title.
maybe.
I don't think you have.
Yeah, I don't think
No,
you have.
you never really do that. So yeah.
All right, so yeah, I'm
The
trying
little
to.
one's inner demons.
Yeah.
Okay. We lost our little one, Vierl. Oh, am I that little? Thanks,
Well,
man.
yeah. I have to understand that Alexander's perspective is that he sees Vierl as like a son
Mhm.
to a certain
Yeah, I
extent.
getcha.
Yeah, so
Like your
that's
father
why
to
he's
him. Yeah.
that's why he's always referring you as the little one.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Silvanna's the sassy, rebellious sister.
Or daughter,
Sort of.
right? In this case.
Daughter.
Yeah, daughter. Yeah,
But
Who's always-
man,
he was always getting in trouble.
Yeah.
I
Oh
got
my-
some of that feels out when you were like holding me when I was in my suppressive state.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Mm,
Oh, I'm glad because I wanted to try and deliver that because I was feeling weird. I felt like I was like, oh no. I don't know if my poor heart could take it.
Yeah. So many deaths. So many deaths.
I
Yeah.
just imagine like you guys watch Fate Stay Night, right?
Oh yeah.
Like I just imagine Archer's situation where his ideal was to
Correct.
be a hero, but all he did was keep killing people. So that's like where I got it from.
That's where you got it from. That was really good.
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
good, Paul.
really. Yeah.
All right, so I need to go because it's 5 in the morning for me. So this was
Right.
but it was worth it. It was totally worth it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I need to find out what
definitely.
happened to Kaz next week. No.
Oh,
You
yeah.
will
Please don't
find
fucking
out.
die.
Oh, of course he's dead. Well, actually, we don't know that. That's true.
We don't know that.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Please
All right. So I will see you guys later. Great
Yeah.
session,
All
guys.
right.
See you guys
Awesome.
later.
Awesome session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good game. Good night, everybody.